All right. How we doing? How we doing? Everything sound okay? Everything look good? All right. Things sound okay on my end. How is everybody? Doing our best out here right now. Trying a little something different tonight. Instead of a Swiss format, just mixing it up once in a while. I do have a new player tournament for you, same as we do every week. This one is in the NA time zone. But we're trying out a new pick and ban. So there is no ban, actually. Games are best of 3. People send me their picks ahead of time. So, like, you enter the tournament and you're like, game 1, no matter who I'm fighting, game 1 I'm playing Skaven. Game 2 I'm playing Beastmen. Game 3 I'm playing Tomb Kings. And if the other guy says he's playing Khorne, Demons of Chaos, and Nurgle, then your matchups are Skaven versus Khorne, game 1. Game 2, Beastmen versus Demons of Chaos. And game 3 is Tomb Kings versus Nurgle, or whatever, you know? You get it. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully that'll streamline things, because there won't be any pick and ban. People just load in and know what they're playing right away. That would be nice. What is not nice is if I do this in the future, I might have to host on Challenge, because I have a lot more control on Challenge. Like, there's this person, Owen Stoney. He's the only person that's checked in that I don't have his picks, and I don't know who he is. So in Challenge, I have much more control of that. Also, Dr. Nerd needed a buy round, but Challenge is easier to move people around. All right, Owen Stoney unchecked in, so he must have been busy tonight. But then at least I don't have to chase him down. So, Owen, if you're out there, big appreciation. Big appreciation. It's fine if you can't make it. That's fine. Shit happens. I hear lizard noises. Do you? All right, let's generate the bracket. So now Dr. Nerd needed a buy round, but there isn't one. What if I generate the bracket again? What happens? Okay, it shuffled. Nice. He said he needs like a half hour. Okay, whatever. That'll be fine. I'll message out there and say he needs some time, and if out there's like absolutely fucking not, then we'll drop him and it's whatever. Alrighty. Delete message, yes. We are good to go. Refresh. Sorry, I don't like to read DMs on stream. You can put Dr. Nerd with me. I'll wait. All right. Hold on. Boop. LeBaked again. God damn it. 1 second. LeBaked again. God damn it, dude. Are you fucking serious? What is this? This is the Swiss thing all over again, where it's like, literally, Dr. Nerd only gets out there, and he gets LeBaked. That's it. That's it. Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't care. Okay. Barbaradum tried to do me a solid, but I just can't figure things out. And we at least got somebody different than just LeBaked and up there, so that's nice. So Sammy, your opponent said he would be 30 min late. If that is fine, cool. If not, you can take the W. No hard feelings either way. GLHF. All right, who do we want to see? Who do we want to see? We got 8 people. Can't catch everybody. Father Ram Ram is on the stream a lot. Samarik's not on the stream a lot, but their game's delayed by 30 minutes anyway, so skip that. Durthu, he's on my channel a lot because he puts in a bunch of really good replays. That's Galrach. I haven't seen Out There in a long time. I don't know if I've ever seen Barbaratum. And LeBaked is always a Chad. I might go down there. Out There or Barbaratum. Barbatome. I'm probably fucking up that name this whole time. He's just like, bro, get it right. So I'll pop over to chat and see what you guys want to see between those two. All right, Manuel. Sounds good. I did try, dude. I tried. Bwags votes for LeBaked. All right, let's go check that out. Let's go check that out. LeBaked and Barb. Stream wants to spec y'all if that's okay. He's here in chat, it's true. LeBake sent me a code. I'm on my way. Oh no, that's going to join as a player. Don't do that. Spectate. Perfect. All right, we already know what the matchups are going to be, so let's take a look-see, huh? Let's take a look-see at those matchup arenas. LeBaked is going to be Skaven, High Elves, and Nurgle. And Captain B is going to be Warriors of Chaos, Dwarves, and Skaven. Okay. Round 1, I have some builds I'm confident in for Warriors of Chaos. I have some builds I'm confident in for fighting Warriors of Chaos, but in general, across the general landscape, Warriors of Chaos into Skaven is Warriors of Chaos favored. So could be a tough game 1 for LeBaked. Dwarves into High Elves is pretty even. Though, if both players take their hands off the keyboard, the Dwarves will be more advantaged there. But if both players are playing pretty well, then it's pretty even, so that one I'm not going to really judge on. So game 1, slightly Warriors of Chaos favored. Game 2 is even-ish. And then game 3, Nurgle versus Skaven. Again, I think it's fine for Skaven. Maybe not favored, but I think it's fine. But if the Skaven aren't ready for it, they can get knocked on their ass pretty hard. Like if Nurgle just goes like Plague Toads, Chaos Furies, Dogs, Chaos Knights, and then some like Marauders or something, and you don't have your shit locked down tight, you can just get raffle stomped into oblivion. So I think game 1, based off of picks, favors Captain B. Game 2's even, and game 3 probably favors LeBaked. Based off picks. I don't know about play. We're going to see. Obviously, if one player is better than the other, then it favors them because being better is more important than the matchup. Yeah. A lot of Skaven tonight. And Vanthus is going to be mad, but there's 0 Lizardmen picks. I feel like a Nurgle blob will be rough for anyone new. Skaven are particularly good at dealing with blobs. Flensing Ruin is brutal versus single entities, and if you want to melee blob, Skaven are very good at getting you out of it. Allow me to poison one globe and Giselle your ass while you sit in your pretty box. Because if we're talking about Nurgle has a hard time out-shooting Skaven. So he kind of has to rush him. In a way. I know I don't really think Kugath is a problem for Skaven, but some people do. So taking that mindset, even if you believe Kugath is a problem for Skaven, you can't hard box versus them as Nurgle, because you have to shut down the Warp Lightning Cannons, the Giselles, the Globes. You have to shut them down. So you can Suicide Furies or Dogs or Knights or something. You have to get there, take out all their ranged, and then I agree the game doesn't fucking matter. If you take out the Skaven ranged, if you're down 4,000 damage value, but you took out all their ranged as Nurgle, Kugath can solo carry the rest of the game. Skaven aren't going to bring anything in melee that can kill him. I don't know if they have anything in melee that can kill him. So there's that. But yeah, if they like super hard blob, like the Nurgle blob we're all used to, Skaven are going to be fucking fine. They're chilling. No, Lizardman is rough. I agree. All right, I got to update the scorecards. I'm out of practice because we've been doing a lot of best of one stuff. Been doing faction war and pre-recorded events and then new player events, which have been mostly Swiss these days. So I'm not in the muscle memory of getting the things up. You're back from the walk already?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Good. I didn't want to be up too long since it was getting dark.
All right.
She got to be a rave pup though.
That's good. You want to pick a winner?
Yeah.
Okay. Grace is gonna come pick a winner, everybody.
Winner time.
I didn't pick a winner yet. There's Grace up there. She's up in the corner behind me. You can kind of see her.
There.
Oh. All right, we're gonna go over left screen. Left screen, Total Tavern. All right, I didn't even pick a winner. So who out of these 8, who's got it?
Oh, Dr. Nerd is here.
Dr. Nerd's always here.
Here's the thing. He apologized for losing, and I accepted that apology. So there's a part of me that wants, like, should we give him another chance? But I see all these other people on here who haven't had a chance.
I know who I picked. I hadn't said it out loud yet, but looking at these, I know who I picked.
Was it Le Baked?
Nah, dude. We're specking him right now, though.
Oh. I like that. I also kind of like Father Ram. Dr. Nerd, I will choose you another time. I'm going to make that promise, so you have to hold me to it.
All right.
But I'm going to choose, because I haven't chose Father Ram, right?
You haven't?
Okay, Father Ram, I'm going to choose you.
You're goddamn right you do!
Is that who you chose?
Yeah, dude. He played Skaven in the Faction War, so I love that guy.
Ooh. Dr. Nerd, I will come back to you, I promise. Like, I really think you can win it someday. It's just not today. Today is Father Ram's day. Also,
real analysis from what I know of these players, Father Ram and Zapinator are standouts out of these 8. They're both pretty good.
Father Ram, you gotta kill it in the first round, otherwise I'm gonna be disappointed, and then you're gonna join Team Grace, which is like 0 for 2.
Yeah, you don't have a great hit, right?
No, because I chose Dr. Nerd. I don't remember who's the other one I chose. They also had a great name.
They had a great name. What was it?
Was it frog related or something?
It was like electric something or like tree.
If you're in the chat and I had picked you to win, please let us know, because I'm trying to remember your name and I'm sorry I don't remember it.
Dude, it's bothering me too because I remember that name. It was great. Well, I clearly don't remember it, but I remember it being great.
Yeah. Father Ramram's a good name though.
Electric Boogaloo?
No.
I don't know.
It was like frog or I don't know. Anyways, all right. Good luck, everyone. But mostly good luck, Father Ram. Come on, Stinky. Let's go.
Coops said hi.
Oh, hi, Coops. You always say hi to me, Coops. You're so nice.
Yeah, Coops is nice. Durthu is a Giga Chad, though. Hell yeah, dude. Galraj, Durthu, whatever you want to call him, he's great. He's great. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I also don't want to be that guy that doesn't have opinions. And, like, Father Ram plays really fucking solid. He played solid in the Faction War. He did great. I believe when I've played him, they've been pretty stressful games, so he plays really well. And I'm not trying to diss anybody that I didn't mention there, but I'm also not trying to sugarcoat and be like, everybody's equally good at this video game. It's like, no, Father Ramram's good. He deserves a shout out. And there's also names here I haven't seen, so it's like, yeah, for all I know, Barbato here could be fucking great. I haven't seen him before, so I'm not going to bet on him. I have no idea of your capabilities. You're going to win it all. I don't know. He could pop out and surprise me, like By the Dip did. I'd never seen By the Dip before, and I think his first tournament he made finals, and he played really good. And then his second tournament he played, he won. So, shit happens. The great name is definitely Samurek. Definitely. It was not Rainy Frog. All right, what do we got? We're already into game one, so I need to hurry up and stop fucking around. Furlough Baked and his Skaven do have a front line of Clan Rats. Rather elite. And my game is super quiet, so I'm going to turn that up on my end. There we go. Okay, sorry. Triple Warlock Jezzail, one of which is the Natty Boobo Sharpshooters. Then we have the Avalanche Mortar, Regiment of Renown. 2 Skaven Slave Slingers, which is a great inclusion versus any faction that can bring Chaos Spawn. They're 200 golds. So they're less than a cost of a single Clan Rat, and they can really pay for themselves, especially if your opponent has Skirmish Cav or Chaos Spawn. They'll do excellently for very little cost, so I like that build a lot. It's pretty good. Ick Claw with Flensing Ruin, Howling Warp Gale, and Storm Demon. All this is pretty nice. I did mention earlier that I said I have a build I like versus Warriors of Chaos a lot. It's unironically 3 Rattling Guns. 3 Rattling Guns and a Jezzail can really put your opponent on the back foot and fuck them up pretty hard. So I like that as Skaven versus Chaos. On the other side, we have Valkia the Bloody with Spear Sleipnir and Demon Shield. Chaos Sorcerer of Death with only Spirit Leech and then his Forbidden Rod. We have a Giant. The Severed Claw, Marauders with great weapons, Forsaken, Chaos Warriors with halberds, Chaos Warriors of Khorne with dual weapons, more halberds, a second Giant, and 2 Chaos Warriors with poison. Overall, this is a pretty decent Skaven build. Warriors of Chaos build versus Skaven. I'm not super in love with the halberds or the Giants. I think the halberds are serviceable. I don't know what he's particularly bringing them for, unfortunately. The Giants, I'm scared. Because the monsters you want versus Skaven are monsters that can kill a lot of infantry very quickly, and Giants are really good duelist monsters. And they're actually duelist monsters. They're not a meme anymore. They're fine. But like on the Skaven roster, you have nothing you're gonna duel. So I'm a little concerned there. Good monsters versus Skaven are like Jabberscythe, because it just flies through shit. Stonehorns, because it just flies through shit. Giants kind of stop and fight what they're fighting, so not as great, unfortunately. Getting a bit of lag, but Ick Claw, the Spirit Leeching has started. So is the Flensing Ruin, however. And I don't know if Valkia already popped Demon Shield or hasn't popped it just yet, but that could help her with a bit of that damage. Avalanche Mortars teeing off onto the Forsaken will get a lot of damage out. And with this many weapons teams, with 3 Jezzails and the Avalanche Mortars, it's going to be a shit show for Chaos no matter what on the advance. And as we talk about a lot with Grand Cathay, Skaven, sometimes even Dwarves, the bounce power and the battlefield is going to look real bad for the first couple minutes, and it's just about how much do you have left in the tank after those first couple minutes. Because once you get into melee, it gets a lot harder for the Skaven to pick you off, and then, you know, once you actually get to fight their units, things go better for you a lot pretty quick. Hopefully those Chaos Warhounds are not forgotten permanently and can scuttle up here and get things done. This is on large unit size. I believe it's on ultra. I believe. But it might be accidentally on large. Shit happens. Alright, 1 second. Alright, Clan Rats have almost routed. They're going to tear her up pretty soon from the Giant if any of those purple mortars hit them further. Elsewhere, Chaos is advancing. And honestly, so far, considering how much shooting the Skaven have, just losing a Forsaken on the advance is not terrible. It's going to look a lot worse if you forget your doggos on the other side of the map. So far, they have movement orders, so I think they're coming now. Bit of a slideshow. Unfortunately, but shit happens. Yeah, looks like the Terror Route is coming in for those Clan Rats. That'll let this Giant walk straight through. And these Chaos Warriors of Khorne are going to raffle stomp through anybody they fight. 47 melee attack plus some bonus versus infantry. 5. They only have 5? Why? That's so stupid. Whatever. Hot take. Bonus versus large way outscaled bonus versus infantry at some point in Warhammer's life cycle. Anything with a bonus versus infantry has a bonus versus infantry of like 2, 3, 5, something like that. And stuff with bonus versus large has like 20 or 30. It's insane. Not everything, but a lot of things. Like I think Imrik has like 25 bonus versus large. Anyway. It's weird that it like starts and stops the lag. Huh. Not a hot take, just a correct take. Khorne can have nice things, that's why. Yeah, but I feel like a lot of bonus versus infantry type characters just don't have a lot of bonus versus infantry. The slideshow continues. We might have to dip and hope that that helps the players. Though it unfortunately frequently doesn't. Usually taking out the third player for some reason really doesn't make things that much better. But I was curious how this was going to go. Why did those Jezzail bullets do a flip before they hit the Giant? I have no idea. I didn't see that. Okay, now we're rocketing forward all of a sudden, so that's cool. Chaos Warriors of Khorne are moving up. Avalanche Mortars still really punishing the Chaos Forces, but again, the friendly fire is going to cause their own Clan Rats to break, which will allow the pressure to get through. And nice job here from, I'm just going to call him Captain B, because I'm not confident in my pronunciation. Captain B's moving forward. And look, the Giant's going straight for the Natty Boobos, which is great. He didn't let them just sit in the front line and do nothing, which is really, really good stuff. Valkia now pops her Demon Shield, which is nice. Maybe could have seen it a little bit earlier, but it's moving along now. And she has her Spear Sleipnirs. She's used one already, so it is on cooldown. She's getting back onto the Warp Block Jezzail. So far, pretty good pressure stuff here. Where are the dogs? They're coming. They're here. Oh, they're here, and this could be huge, honestly. Yeah, because one could run over and help Valkia. The other one can kind of pressure here with these Clan Rat Spears or whatever. Yeah, actually take both. One helps Valkia, one helps this Giant. That could be really good, but Chaos is in a great spot right now. Again, balanced powers in the Skaven's favor, so is the damage value. I acknowledge that, but like, you have to really assess what's actually like happening. And what's happening is the Avalanche Mortars have Chaos Warriors of Khorne in their fucking face. One Jezzail's already routed and very low, another one's on the run. And then it's like, if we get into a hyper late game scenario, it's fucking Clan Rats dueling Chaos Warriors. Like, how's that gonna go? Now, things that are going well for Skaven is still they've gotten a decent amount of damage out. Ikit Claws in the backfield, plus some of the infantry are running interference on these dogs. And Ikit Claw's already terror routing some of the dogs. And he gets another Flensing Rune onto Valkia, so he might complete the snipe onto Valkia. It's not overcast, but her Demon Shield is still down, so it's still going to be pretty decent value. Overall, I think Chaos is in a better position for sure, but I don't think like Skaven are doomed just yet. Now, if these dogs come back, they're going to eat these Jezzails alive, and that'll be 2 Jezzail teams down. The Avalanche Mortars are still getting chopped apart by the Chaos Warriors of Khorne. Avalanche Mortars running away. Ikit buying a little time. And Valkia is below 1,000 HP now. Dogs are back. They immediately have orders to come back into the fight. So nice micro there from Captain B. Giants taking some slinger fire. And Rat Ogres are routing from the Skaven, but they should be coming back. Now, a quick assessment of what's left. We have a very wounded Giant, full health aspiring champion ROR. Full health Marauder. A lot of the Chaos Warriors are looking damaged, though some of the Halberds still have a good amount of life in them. Full health Giant, full health Sorcerer, almost dead Valkia, 2 healthy dogs. For the Skaven, assorted amounts of clan rats that aren't really going to matter. 2 decently healthy rat ogres. It gets at half health and chillin'. And no weapons teams, really. Ooh, one Jezzail rallies next to the very edge of the map and is going to fire onto Valkia, who she is beneath 700 HP right now, which is brutal. The Avalanche Mortars get eaten by dogs completely before they get terror-outed off by Ikit. And without the lag, this has only been a 4-minute game, so it was pretty brisk overall, and I'm really liking a lot of what both players are doing. Because the Skaven Lord Snipe has been on point. Valkia has just been getting shafted every 4 seconds of her existence. The Skaven had good target priority for their weapons teams. I really liked that. And, like, Lebaked was super on top of getting his clan rats between the weapons teams in danger. But then the Chaos forces used their giants correctly, which was really nice. Spirit Leeches have been on the right targets. Valkia, even though she's dying, has gotten 2 pretty impactful spears off, and the dog control was really good. Like, good dog control and cavalry control in general is like, these things route all the time, but as soon as they're done routing, you target them back onto something else. There was no real delay there, which is what you like to see. Now, is some of that affected by the fact that it's lagging? Maybe you have more time to make decisions? Maybe, but just take the compliment. Valkia at 55 HP has a couple slings coming for her. And if she dies, that could be a leadership spike that could hurt Chaos. The dogs are already, as it is, barely hanging on by a thread. So if she dies, maybe the dogs route off of their own accord, and the Avalanche Mortars actually get to fire instead of dying. But all the pebbles miss Valkia, and Spirit Leeches plus unlimited power have damaged Ikit Claw quite a lot. And now I'm starting to doubt the Skaven have an angle back in. Giants did way more than I could ever imagine. Yeah, they're handled pretty well. Ikit is still trying to bail out his weapons teams from these dogs. He's routed them off like 3 times himself. Warpstone lag switch. Classic. Anyway, Natty Boobos routing right next to the edge of the map while dogs eat them. I doubt they will be coming back. Clan Rats almost routing across the map. Bounce Power is in the Army Losses territory. And Valkia manages to rally on the edge of the map, kind of sealing the Skaven's fate, because if she's not even going to die or go off the map, then their leadership's going to be fine. Rat Ogres are currently getting fisted by Halberds and Chaos Warriors at Khorne. And there's no carry potential left for this Skaven. Ikit's not that kind of carry. Like, what's he going to do versus a Giant? The Giant alone would need, like, 3 overcasted Flensing Ruins to die, and he's been using some of them on Valkia. Not incorrectly, just saying he has been. He's not much of a duelist versus Giants. At this point, I think the Skaven are mega doomed. And we're kind of getting back into it. I want to finish this game in person, but if there's another giant lag spike, I will have to dip. Nice Demon Shield will block the first part of Flensing Ruin, but the cast is way longer than the Demon Shield, so it will kill her. Some Forsaken, some Chaos Warriors are routing. Dogs returning to the fight. It gets off a Brass Orb onto some of these Halberds. And hold on. So Valkia dies. Bounce Power gets a little better for the Skaven. A lot of stuff starts routing. There's no way they come back, right? Another Spirit Leech onto Ikit. That'll take him down to sub 1,000 HP. And it looks like this Chaos Sorcerer of Death is after his ass. But the Chaos Sorcerer of Death is not ITP. Barb got dropped. Weird. I don't know what the Skaven could have done against a Giant. strange. All right. We are going to hop in on a different game that I set up ahead of time. Just because we're not going to do a whole best of 3 with that lag, unfortunately. So we're hopping down to Father Ram Ram versus Zappinator. And they told me the score was 1-0 for Zap. The matchup we missed was Skaven from Father Ram Ram versus Vampire Counts. Oof. And then Father Ram Ram has to play Dwarves into Skaven, which is brutal. If he can get to game 3, it's Bretonnia versus Khorne. A very rough best of 3 for our friend here. Holy shit, I'm the most ready for this I've ever been in my entire life. I can see behind the blocker. I see some shit. I see some shit. I'm ready for it. All right. I messaged the players. Skaven were mounting an admirable fight, but I don't think there was a way they could win it from that point. The full health giant was just too healthy. His leadership was not going to be an issue with Valkia going off the field, and the Skaven didn't have anything left to punish him. Ikka didn't have nearly any Winds of Magic left. Maybe one Flensing Ruin, but that wasn't going to be enough. And if Ikit ever goes into melee with the giant, it's going to one-shot him at the HP he was at. And the Spirit Leech caster was still alive. So if the Spirit Leech caster just runs away from Ikit, nothing else can catch him. Skaven had no mobility whatsoever besides Ikit. So if the Spirit Leech caster runs away from Ikit, casts one Spirit Leech, he dies or he gets so low on HP he doesn't rally. And trust me, I know how low. I know when he gets low, that bitch won't rally. I have lost many games for it. So one more Spirit Leech in this game and we're going to lose their Lord. Without him, they had a bunch of 1/4 HP clan rats that were just going to rout and a single Skaven Slave Slinger. I don't think they could do it. Incoming 3 Plague Claws, 2 Warp Lightning Scroll. Nah, dude. Nah. We got... If he didn't change it while I was answering that last game, we have Plague Monk Censer Bearer Rush. Plague Monk Censer Bearer Rush. This is insane versus Dwarves. Because I will tell you, three different entirely unique units that can one-shot Plague Monks. Miners with Blasting Charges, Miners with Blasting Charges, and Miners with Blasting Charges. All 3 of those units. Oh, I remembered a 4th. Miners with Blasting Charges can one-shot Plague Monks. Censer Bearers, anyway. Oh, God. I am so scared. All right, for this game, we have the Teeth Breakers, Rattling Gun Regiment of Renown. We have the Avalanche Mourners, Deathcrow, Bombardier, Arwar, that thing. Natty Bow Sharpshooters, the Jezzail Regiment of Renown. We have 1 regular Plague Monk. I do like regular Plague Monks in this matchup because they're much cheaper, and they're good against Slayers, who have some Skaven Slaves. We have Ikit Claw on foot with Howling Warp Gale, Flensing Ruin, and Storm Demon. I've only played Zap a few times. He loves melee units only. All right. We have 4 Skaven Slave Slingers, and we have 4 Plaguemug Censer Bearers with Viction's Death Squad, the Death Runner ROR in the distance. For the Dwarves and Father Ram, we have a real bad time for the Plaguemug Censer Bearers. We have 5 Miners of Blasting Charges. We also have 2 Rangers. Basic Archers are not a Plaguemug Censer Bearer's best friend. We have triple Iron Drake, which are also not a Plaguemug Censer Bearer's best friend. We have Thoric, Ironbrow, Double Thane, and then we have a bunch of Longbeards and Dwarf Warriors. This is a terrible matchup for the Dwarves, but with these 2 specific builds, I'm thinking the Dwarves might actually have it. Natty Booba Sharpshooters are going to be a problem, and so will the Avalanche Mortars, because the Dwarves don't have a whole lot to deal with them offhand. But if the Dwarves can get their Rangers into range and just start shooting at those things, then Plaguemug Censer Bearers are going to have a bad fucking time. Let's see how it goes. Oh, the Avalanche Mortar is going to be so brutal, though, because the Dwarves don't have a cannon or gyrocopters to really pressure it. Alright, Avalanche Mortars firing at the Iron Drakes. It's hard countered in a while. We'll see. I mean, Natty Boobos and the Death Globes can maybe try and just carry this shit out. Miners of Blasting Charges are creeping up in the Skaven Slave Slingers. And they're using some of their volleys onto the Slingers, which will still, I mean, like, it'll rout them. It does good damage. And the Teeth Breakers get murdered! Oh, no! Oh, no! They wandered into it! But I am so concerned that the Dwarves just used their anti-Plaguemug tools on random-ass Skaven Slaves. The Iron Drakes need to kill the Plaguemugs, like, right now. They can't let them get into melee. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. No, retarget. You need to retarget. Stop them! Stop them! Oh, God, they're gonna die. All right, these guys might get roasted and toasted. Yeah, pretty good damage. Half health off those Plaguemug Censer Bearers, and it just keeps getting worse, but the Rangers get deleted. Thoric gets the first Flensing Ruin of many towards him. It looks like a double overcast, but Victron's Death Squad have gotten to the Rangers in the backline. One of the Plaguemugs is already just gone, and Thoric is going to take out another one with his Rune of Wrath and Ruins. So far, things are going pretty well for the Dwarves on the frontline fight. I am very worried, though, that the blasting charges were used on inappropriate targets, but a big fire volley onto Victron's Death Squad, trying to kill them off. Does very little damage, surprisingly. It felt like it did more friendly fire than, like, real damage. But this lower area is going great for the Dwarves. They're just loving it. Now the Avalanche Mortars are on the back foot from Miners, which is great, because you just want to keep them running away. The auras from the Censer Bearers don't stack, right? No, they don't have an aura. The ROR, the Regiment of Renown, is the only thing that has an aura. Natty Boobos are right next to the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. If these guys turn around and pressure the Natty Boobos, the Dwarves are in a really, really nice spot. Yeah, because they just need time. They need time to kill these Plaguemug Censer Bearers and stuff, where they're not getting destroyed by Natty Boobos and the Avalanche Mortars. And we're lagging again. What the fuck? Okay, we'll just muscle through it, I guess. Victron's Death Squad trying to break away, but they're getting shot by 2 different Iron Drakes, which so far they've already gotten shot with a whole 2 volleys from this one, and they've taken that little damage, so that's kind of surprising. Thane is helping to fight the Plaguemug Censer Bearers along with Longbeards and Miners Blasting Charges, and the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass have moved on to the Natty Boobo Sharpshooters. They should get good damage out there. Victron's Death Squad down to half HP. If these Iron Drakes can get off another volley, that would be brutal, because they're at a really good angle for it. Meanwhile, some Censer Bearers have been drawn into the back line to try and peel for the Avalanche Mortars. I'm getting sad that 2 out of 2 games we have joined have had lag. Fuck. Okay. I don't know what to do about that. Anyway, Victor's Death Squad still getting shot in the face. Iron Drakes are trying to turn and fire at these guys. Doesn't look like... Okay, they're getting a weird sideways shot onto them, so they're doing okay, but not great. Thoric is coming over. His Rune of Wrath and Ruin will be quite helpful if he can get these guys all bunched up. But yeah, those Iron Drakes getting crazy value right now. Some Rangers have rallied and firing in onto Viction's Death Squad, which will be good, because you just want to lower their leadership. They're so close to breaking already that you can almost get them. Teethbreakers kiting around the dwarves. Trying to keep Natty Boobos alive, which is fair. Viction's Death Squad eviscerate one of the Iron Drakes. Another one is on its way out. The burnt leadership debuff might be too much for the poor little Death Squad. You're thinking about this last night. It sucks we're stuck with peer-to-peer, but at least CA made it so you can play it even with terrible lag. That's true, but it is very, very fucking annoying. And now with all 3 Iron Drakes dead, pretty much dead, and this one miner with Blasting Charge left, I think the Skaven are going to clutch it out, and yeah, Father Ram just backs off. Okay. I liked the Dwarven build. I like the Dwarven build. The Iron Drakes did well. It is just a brutal fucking matchup, though. Plague Monk Sensor Bearers did not really work out, but Viction's Death Squad did fine. Natty Boobos and the Avalanche Mortars did okay. GG. Okie dokie. Alright, we are entering Samaric versus Dr. Nerd. Game 2. Dr. Nerd took game 1. Bretonnia versus Grand Cathay for game 2. This is pretty good for Grand Cathay. They should be fine. Fingers crossed, no lag. I don't know how I feel about the Cathay build. I like a lot of it except for the Celestial Dragon Guard. I For some, I can't like prove this with stats or anything, but I feel like Celestial Dragon Guard do less damage than Peasant Long Spears. I don't know why. They just don't feel like they do anything. Why Grand Cathay? I don't know. It's what he picked. It's what he picked. Also, hi, Blags. Look at Fly in the Beanie. 'Tis wintertime. It is wintertime. It went from 80 degrees to 30 degrees in Minnesota, and that's not cool. It's not kosher. Alrighty. For Grand Cathay, we have 2 Long Marauders, including the Righteous Lances of Wei Jin with their Armor Piercing and Guardian. Then we have 2 Celestial Dragon Guard mixed in with 5 Peasant Long Spearmen, 2 Iron Hail Gunners, 1 Peasant Horseman, 1 Peasant Horseman, 2 Grand Cannons, Zhao Ming, the Iron Dragon, with Final Transmutation and Plague of Rust. On the other side, for Bretonnia and Dr. Nerd, we have 5 Foot Squires, some Men-at-Arms with shields, looks like 3 Archers, all of which have fire arrows, a Grail Relique, and 3 Knights of the Realm, one of which is the Knights of the Lion-Hearted Regiment of Renown. We have Alberic de Bordelot, and a Damsel of Life with just Earthblood. Can Foot Squires cut through a Cathay front line? The answer is no, but maybe they can. They can't, but maybe they can. They can't. Bonus versus infantry of 12. They have more of a bonus versus infantry than Chaos Warriors of Khorne with dual weapons, by the way. That feels pretty cool. They actually might be able to get through this front line because it's not Jade Warriors, just Peasant Long Spears. And they aren't getting harassed by archers. There's just some Iron Hail Gunners. So yeah, this might be a little tricky for Cathay. We'll see. 3 Knights of the Realm is not going to be a problem for Cathay at all. The combination, if their cannons focus on the Knights of the Realm and don't try to snipe Alberic, they can secure the mobile game pretty easily. And then with rear charging Long Marauders against the Foot Squires, you should be fine. Yeah, good targeting so far. Cannons are right away onto the Knights of the Realm, which is good. That's why that's good. A lot of people tunnel in way too much about attacking a large target, where it's like, dragons are a little more understandable, but it's way easier to dodge with a single entity than a multi-entity model. And the cannons can hit with penetration and hit multiple horsemen, while it can only, at most, hit Alberic once. Now, if you net them or something, that's different, right? But I'm talking about, like, start of the game, punishment, target cav. Just do. Like, look at that. That is way better. Anyway. Knights Lionhearted are completely fucked, and Alberic dives in to stop the pain. He already destroys a Grand Cannon model. He destroys a second one in the blink of an eye. But Long Marauders are coming for him, and he is going to have to back off. Zhao Ming's also kind of floating ominously after him. And 1 Knight of the Realm has been entirely killed in that trade. Another one's coming in, and Bretonnia's Lance formation is making this a lot deadlier. Right? Look at them. They're just like all in a straight line for the cannons to rip through. They're not super spread out. This is what artillery should do, but instead it's only Grand Cathay's artillery that can do this. This is the function of artillery in a balanced game mode, is punishing... being expensive, but then punishing, like, cavalry and stuff. But imagine Empire cannons trying to do this. They can't hit shit, and when they do, they don't do any damage. Peasant Longspear is going to run into the Knights of the Realm, who charged straight into them. They were unbraced. They took all the charge damage, and they might honestly even tear her out, but for now they're going to hold. Zhao Ming needs to hop back on Alberic, and these Longma Riders probably want to come over here and push these guys off or something. We get a final trans already. Is it overcast? No, it's regular. Okay, that might not be worth it, but oh well. He's getting some damage. Longma Riders are coming over to say hello, and Alberic is chucking out a Trident of Manon. But another charge in from Dr. Nerd onto Samaric's forces. They're discouraged by the Trident. They're going to tear her out because they're right next to Alberic, probably. He causes terror, right? Yeah, he causes terror. I'm surprised these guys aren't routing. Anyway, since they are holding, they're going to kick the shit out of these knights pretty quickly. Alberic's taking a lot of damage from the Righteous Lances of Wei Jin, though he did shut down one of the cannons. Another cannon is now firing. It looks like they're firing at archers. Cannons aren't going to do a lot of damage versus that unit type. It's just not what they do. But things are going really well for Cathay in this early game. Both of these knights are completely fucked up, and they're barely holding on to their leadership. Alberic is getting destroyed right now, and Earthbloods have been getting chucked out constantly onto these forces, but Earthbloods aren't a regrowth. And why are we backing off? That was going so well. Oh, he wanted to let the Ironhail Gunners shoot. I don't know about that. I feel like things were going really well for you, and you should have just kept that game state how it was. Peasant Longspears have all been pushed off by the Foot Squires, and now Celestial Dragon Guard are going to have to step up to the plate. Peasant Horsemen are also going to have to start running through the back line. It looks like the Longma Riders are also running back there to do such a thing. And the last healthy Knights of the Realm gets pounced on by the Righteous Lances of Wei Jin, taking them down very quickly. Ironhail Gunners are going to catch Alberic now that he's in the sky. I hope they have guard mode on so they keep firing even though the Foot Squires are here. But it looks like they kind of did that range thing where only some of them fired for some strange reasons. I don't really know what that was about. Cannon's still trying to shoot at Peasant Bowman. There's a lot of Peasant Blank units in this specific matchup. Zhao Ming might want to turn into a dragon. I know you almost never want your Cathay units to be their dragon form, but he just needs to follow Alberic around and be a pain in the dick. Samaric's still up on damage value and up on the balance of power, though this is about to get away from him very quickly. His Ironhails are both about to be killed by Foot Squires, and his cannons are both going to be killed by Foot Squires. You're going to see Dr. Nerd's gold damage value just rocket skywards. And Bretonnia has the healing in this. The longer it goes, the more they heal, the more damage you actually have to do to get them off the map. Which is why I'm annoyed, confused, and upset that Alberic was allowed to live earlier. I'm hoping we have another final transmutation soon, because that would be very welcome right here on these knights and on this stuff. There's the final transmutation right where we needed it, right when we wanted it. Is it overcast this time? No, it's undercast, which is fine, because you undercast it on the Knights of the Realm, which Alberic is going to not always be in that circle, so it's fine, because then if he gets outside of it, then it's not a huge waste. Ironhail Gunner's still trying to get some space. Good job, Samaric, pulling them to safety. Alberic's still alive. He's taking a lot of damage, but he's alive. Two of the Knights of the Realm are off the battlefield. I don't know where the third one is, but they might just straight up be dead. Trident of Manon coming through for Alberic. Fucks up the Celestial Dragon Guard, who are already almost dead from fighting the Men-at-Arms and Foot Squires. Dude, I told you. I don't know what's the deal with the Celestial Dragon Guard, but they just suck ass. They're trash. Trying to kill a Foot Damsel of Life with the Righteous Lances of Wei Jin is bold. It's very bold. Long Riders and Peasant Horsemen trying to fight the Men-at-Arms. But buffed up by a Grailwig, those Men-at-Arms aren't going anywhere, and Alberic is nearby to offer them support if they need it. Zhao Ming is here, and Zhao Ming will have an easier time hitting the damsel on foot, because he is also on foot. Oh, she's on a horse. Never mind, the Righteous Lances are going to kick her ass. If she was on foot, then she'd be way tankier. Ironhail Gunners firing at close range, get rid of one of the Foot Squires, but there is another one nearby, ready to kick some shit in. Celestial Dragon Guard get dove on by Alberic, and they immediately tear her out. But there's a full health one nearby. And the Damsel of Life does manage to get away from Zhao Ming, it looks like, for now. She's much faster on horseback, so she needs to just pull away from here. Get away from spooky Zhao Ming entirely. Foot Squires are back chasing Cathay around. Balance of Power is in Army Losses territory, which I just find laughably ridiculous. This is not Army Losses territory, not at all. Iron Hail Gunners still on the back foot trying to run away from these Foot Squires who seem lost in the sauce. They're not really chasing them appropriately. Now they are. They should be able to stop those guys from firing. Yeah, they're going to get in there. They'll be fine. I am flabbergasted that there's about to be army losses. Like, Great Longbow Riders are routing. The Righteous Lances of Wei Jin are almost dead. That's a peasant horseman. You have a useless-ass Celestial Dragon Guard. And then some Iron Hail Gunners that are being chased so much they can't actually sit and fire. But the game's like, nah, bitch. Zhao Ming's full health, so you lose. Foot Squire's fighting back against these guys. They're getting shot in the face in melee. That is super metal. And okay, yeah, I guess that unit can defend themselves by just blasting him. Cool. Yeah, that might... Bretonnia might be fucked then. I thought that Foot Squire back here could clean up literally everything, but if it gets shot in the face by the Iron Hail Gunners while in melee combat, then they're a little doomed. Alberic's trying to fight Zhao Ming. Zhao Ming has healing, though. Even if you damage him, he's just going to turn to his dragon form, and then as soon as he does, he gets all that healing if you get him low. Alberic probably has to be somewhere else, but he's just going to drop it. We're going to game 3, baby. Cannons are alive with lots of ammo. Yeah. True. Cannons did well. Iron Hail Gunners did well. Peasant Horsemen did well. Long Riders mixed. Zhao Ming did okay. Considering his price point, he did okay. Alberic did alright. All 3 Knights of the Realm. That one actually did well. The other 2 got fucking wrecked. Foot Squires did well. Peasant Bowmen did fine. Men-Arms did fine. Cannons did cannon things, let's be honest. Yeah. Game 3, baby! Oh. I can't tell if the refresh bracket button isn't working or if people actually haven't reported any of their scores yet. All right. Barbatome and LeBaked continue to have lag issues. It sounds like Barbatome's going to drop from the tournament, though he seemed pretty chill about it. So I'll be sure to report him and get him kicked out of my Call of Duty clan. What's the last matchup? It looks like it's Skaven into Khorne, which is doable for Skaven, but Khorne favored for sure. Probably 65-35. Khorne favored. Maybe 60-40. It's Khorne favored, but it's doable. It's not a terrible matchup. I know out of our 4 best of 3s that we started with, I know 2 are done, but nobody's reported their scores, and it's making me anxious. Who's playing what? Pale Ale is playing Corn. Dr. Nerd is playing Scavinos. And Rainy Frog is playing Bretonia in our Saturday campaign stream. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. I can't help either side. You can't do it. Dr. Nerd's ready. Samaric's chilling. All right, they're both ready. Let's fucking go. Samaric, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you take Forsaken of Khorne and you took 5 of them? They're terrible. They're terrible. You know why? Because Forsaken have Frenzy. You know what the Mark of Khorne does? It removes melee defense and gives you Frenzy. You know what the Forsaken of Khorne don't have? Double Frenzy. They just have 1, making them worse than regular Forsaken. Why did you take 5 of them? Why? Why would you do that? Barbershop with the $10 donation. Thank you very much. It was a fun tournament, Human Boy. I'm excited for the next one. I am too, dude. I am so sorry that you had lag issues. It is extremely frustrating when that happens, but like hopefully we see you again. We host these new player tournaments every week, and every other week we switch the time zone. So next week will be EU. The week after that will be NA again. So hopefully we see you again, and hopefully you don't lag as much. So it's just, it fucking sucks when it happens, man. Sometimes you take Slaanesh Forsaken into Wood Elves. I'm not saying Forsaken are bad. I'm saying Khorne specific Forsaken are trash. So they get Frenzy, they get Spell Resist, and they lose melee defense. Forsaken already have Frenzy. Without the Mark of Khorne, they have Frenzy. So Forsaken of Khorne are more expensive for Spell Resist and less melee defense. They have 15! I'm sorry, Winged Destro. We do miss you. All right. What do we have? We have Valkia, the Bloody, a great character versus Skaven. Spear Slapnir and Demon Shield for her, plus the Gaze of Khorne. We have the Hellforged Host, Exalted Bloodletter, Regiment of Renown. We have the Heralds of Khorne's Fury, the Blood Crusher of Khorne, Regiment of Renown. We have 4 Fleshhounds of Khorne, one of which is the Regiment of Renown Blood Hunt Hound things or whatever. Yeah. We have 5 Forsaken of Khorne. And that's it. That's really it. On the other side, we have a front line of Skaven Slaves, 2 Poisonwind Globes, 1 Warp Grinder, a secondary line of Clan Rats, a tertiary line of the Council Guard and 2 Eshin Triads. We have the Teeth Breakers, Netty Boobo Sharpshooters, the Avalanche Mortars, and Ikit Claw. Seeing a lot of Ikit Claw in these 3 regiments of Renown tonight. Across different players. We haven't seen a single player twice. And yet we have seen this combination of Regiment of Renown, I think, 3 times. I do hate Khorne though. And Raksha, I feel like I haven't seen you in a very long time. How are you doing, my man? I am very concerned that the Hellforged Host is going to get the Purple Globe experience. The Avalanche Mortars just point and click on them and they go boom. And boom. Spear Sleipnir hits 2 different Skaven slaves, lowering their leadership to already routing, pretty much. So if the Forsaken even come near them at all, they will die. Natty Booba sharpshooters have been spotted, and it looks like the Fleshhounds have not. Now they are as the Eshin Triads start to move. I am concerned about all 4 of these Fleshhounds moving in a big blob together. That will reduce their effectiveness. They really want to spread out and force the Skaven to be on their toes. Avalanche Mortar is firing at the Hellforged Host, getting decent damage down, and a Flensing Ruin Overcast was thrown down onto the Fleshhounds. That will not do a lot of damage to them at all. Cleansing Ruin is almost exclusively a single target spell. Forsaken are blitzing through the Skaven Slave front line, and they're already getting onto the Globes and the Warp Grinders and the Clan Rats and all that shit. And the Heralds of Khorne's Fury are going to go straight down the middle. Fleshhounds of Khorne still taking damage, but Valkia dives in as well to help with the Poison Wind Globes. The Teeth Breakers... Where are you? Way over here. Okay, so Natty Boobos is the one that was being pressured. Gotcha. Heralds of Khorne's Fury should break the Skaven Slaves on the charge, and the charge did no damage. I'm wondering if they were targeting behind the Skaven Slaves rather than the actual Skaven Slaves. And yeah, they run back here and disrupt everything. They disrupt the Teeth Breakers, they disrupt the Avalanche Mortars, they're disrupting all the stuff. And the Fleshhounds have all taken about half HP while being blobbed up on a Flensing Ruin, being blobbed up on Eshin Triads, and being blobbed up on a Brass Orb, and they're still alive. Those Flensing Ruin is unfortunately not very good into them. It's just not. Hellforged Host moving forward. Forsaken of Khorne also need to be given orders to move forward. It looks like they killed something and now are just vibing. So they do need to keep moving. I think the Skaven are in dire straits. Because the Heralds of Khorne Fury are taking a bunch of damage. Fleshhounds are taking a bunch of damage. Whatever. But the Hellforged Host are going to slaughter the Council Guard. We already have a Sword of Khorne. That's how many Skaven slaves have died. We already have a Sword of Khorne. And it fucks up the Council Guard. Oh my goodness. Oh my good gracious. Teeth Breakers are trying to find somewhere to sit. The Avalanche Mortars are also trying to find somewhere to turn and fire. Natty Booba Sharpshooters are still... most of their models are actually to safety. They're trying. They're doing their best. Skaven Slaves are coming back for round 2 as Forsaken continue to just chew through them. The Fleshhounds of Khorne don't give a single shit, man. %50 spell resist is correct. Fleshhounds have 50% spell resist? That's the Hounds of the Blood Hunt, right? Oh wow, basic Fleshhounds do too. Yeah, then that makes it even worse. Damn. We making out the Chaos Waste with this one? Yeah, a little bit. Teeth Breakers are under duress. Fleshhounds have all grouped up onto the Avalanche Mortars. They're going to take them out pretty quickly. And without that, this is looking pretty darn brutal. Council Guard continuing to fight. The Heralds of Khorne's Fury almost demonic instability crumbling. The Hellforged Host also taking a nasty Brass Orb from Ikit Claw, so could see those guys go away any second now. Globes are back and currently safe, throwing into the Forsaken, so Skaven getting a bit of a second wind in this one. There go Khorne's Bloody Fury. Fleshhound's not looking too hot either. If these Natty Booba Sharpshooters could turn around, if the Eshin Triads can charge back in, maybe we can get something going. As the Teeth Breakers are firing over the giant dogs eating them alive into Valkia, which I find very funny. And Spear Sleipnir will erase those Eshin Triads, just doesn't want to deal with it at all. And Valkia is going to go say hello to some Poison Wind Globes while Jezzail's trying to shoot her. One of the Fleshhounds is fading away. Was that Demon Shield? No, I thought I saw it. Anyway, Howling Warp Gale locks her in place. Fleshhounds chase something off in the distance. There's a full health Forsaken returning to the battle soon. And the Fleshhounds that haven't disintegrated yet, one is trying to chase off the Avalanche Mortars, the other one is trying to get rid of the Teeth Breakers. And Relentless Rage, the Tier 2 Khorne ability, finally getting some real use to stop the Hounds of the Blood Hunt from going away and just forcing them to chase the Teeth Breakers off the map. Valkia is continuing to pressure these Poison Wind Globes, and the Skaven gave it a valiant effort in the second half. In the first half, I thought this shit was donezo. And then they gave her hell, but now it's just Ikit Claw, and Valkia can 1v1 Ikit pretty easily. But she has the backup of the Hellforged Host of full health Forsaken of Khorne, and still some Fleshhounds, so this is over. Overcasted Cleansing Rune onto Valkia, though. Don't know if she has Demon Shield. That would help her quite a bit, as Ikit is trying to solo carry at this moment. Fleshhound's holding on to a decent amount of leadership, and the Hounds of the Bloodhunt are healing up this entire time. They're chasing things off. But the balance power just keeps getting worse and worse for Ikit. He's probably going to get Army Lost in about a second here. As all these units go off the battlefield, I bet he gets Army Lost. There it is. It's Jover. We're by done. Samaric does it. It was alarming. It was scary. I was frightened. Forsaken did okay. They actually did okay. They're not going to get a lot of value, but they busted through Skaven slaves and they made the Skaven run into the Fleshhounds, and then the Fleshhounds got most of the kills. And the Sword of Khorne doesn't get attributed to anybody. The Sword of Khorne that, like, straight up one-shot the Council Guard was very funny. I like how the Council Guard almost paid for themselves despite the fact that the Sword of Khorne just slammed them. Anyway, Skaven slaves, clan rats struggled a bit. Poison Globes did fucking great. Avalanche Mortars also struggled a bit. Ikit and his Storm Vermin did well. GG. G. A G. Alright, we have a lobby here, but it doesn't have a spectator slot. Alright. We're in. Take 2 with LeBaked. We'll see. If it's laggy, I'll dip, but we'll see. Settings. Alright, so then there's this. LeBaked. Versus Golbatch. 0. Sounds good. All right, I instructed, so we're going to watch this semifinal live. Other semifinal, I have instructed Zappinator to send us the replays no matter what, win or lose, so we don't know, like, whoa, this player sent this one, the other player sent the other one. I wonder who won them, right? So Zappinator versus Samaric will be taking place while we cast Galrach versus LeBaked. I will cast Zappinator versus Samaric. I have told Zappinator to send me the replays whether he wins or loses, so even I won't know who wins. While we're casting those replays, we will have the final start. So they will play while I'm casting the replays of Zappinator versus Samaric. Hopefully this will make things run smoothly. Hopefully this will reduce our chances of having lag. And we'll get the most games cast possible. Sound good? Hubs, what happens if I win the Champions of Chaos event? Yeah, strat game. Okay. So while we wait for these guys to do builds, which it looks like they're almost done with, so we have to hurry up. Hey, strat game, how you doing? I am running an event right now in my Discord. So I got the 5 Champions of Chaos together. I got people who play each Warriors of Chaos, Slaanesh, Khorne, Nurgle, and Tzeentch together. That I had them each make a build ahead of time. So you have these 5 builds. You know exactly what each player is going to bring. And then there's a challenge where you fight them and you beat as many of them as you can. And then you get a reward, right? And you're like, wow, that's easy. That's stupid. I know what they're going to bring. Cool. But you also only get to bring a single build. So you need to come up with a build that can beat all 5 of them. So it's got to be kind of like, it's got to either be balanced so you can kind of take on any foe, or it's got to be so fucking broken that no one can defeat it. So that's kind of the challenge. And the prize, the strat game and Coops were talking about is, if 10 people send me their runs, right? Like one guy's like, I got 3 wins. One guy's like, I got 2. One guy's like, I got 4, etc. With the same build, they got 4 wins out of 5 or whatever. Cool, good for them. I take all them, we do a stream, but whoever got the furthest, let's say somebody beats all 5 of my champions, the prize is I will do a 10-hour stream. If the most anybody can beat with one build is 4, I'll do 8 hours. 3 would be 6 hours. 2 would be 4 hours. And if people can only beat one of my champions, then I will do a 2-hour stream, which I very highly doubt will happen. So we'll see if people can do it, man. Might have to do a 10-hour stream. $10-hour Lizard stream? Yeah, it'd probably just be grinding. Hopefully patch 4.1, but we'll see whenever that's fucking coming out. Anybody hyped for Pharaoh? Oh, and strat game. You may not have read in the announcement if you're still here, but if you are like, dude, I beat Grandfather Umbrella, I beat Coops, but those other fucks are European, what am I going to do? If you read in the announcement, you can, legal and fine, hand your build over to someone else in a time zone, and it still counts. I care about the build. I don't really care who's piloting it. So if you hit up somebody in the European time zone who could pilot your build for you and try to get those wins, that's fine. Or you can do it yourself. Since I know you are a light night gamer and the EU chumps might be hard to get a hold of. Just an FYI. Is the Dung Beetle playable yet? No. Do we have to save replays, Rainy? Yes. Otherwise, I don't know how far you got. I'm not just going to believe you. How many attempts do people get versus each champion? As many as you feel like. The event ends Monday the 23rd. Yeah, people can try different builds. Like, you could do a run where you're like, I have this Dark Elf build I really like. I beat 3 out of the 5 champions. The other 2 beat me. I'm going to try this Skaven build. Oh, I only beat 2 that time. I'm going to try this Tzeentch build. Oh, I beat 4. Like, you can just keep trying, man. It's fine. You're not limited. The only limiting factor is just if the champions are around to play. So. But it's meant to be... It's meant to just drive some excitement. Things have been kind of dull with the patch. People have been really upset with the patch for, like, legitimate reasons. I get it. I'm not like, why are people upset with this patch? But it was wearing on me a little bit, just hearing people complain all the time. And again, I understand why. I also was complaining a lot. I get that. But I thought this could be a fun event to get people thinking and talking about something a little different, and it was just refreshing. Also, it just sounded fun. So far, it's been a success. The Discord has been a lot more positive recently, which is good. All right. We have to actually cast a game, don't we? Beastmen versus Skaven. For Galroch and his Beastmen, we have 2 Centaurs, 4 Chaos Warhounds, 4 Ungor Herds, and then a Jabberscythe, a Gorgon, Torox the Brass Bull, 2 Harpies. Oh, there's the caster. I was going to say, no caster? Fucking Galroch, what are you doing? Caster with just Traderkin. On Raksha, we're always here for you if you feel like it. On the other side for the Skaven, we have the Natty Bubo Sharpshooters. We have the Avalanche Mortars. No Teeth Breakers this time, though. Bunch of Skaven Slave Slingers, Clan Rats as a front line. 2 regular Poison Wind Globes. Looks like 2 Eshin Triads. A Storm Vermin Sword and Shield. Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. 3 Rat Ogres. And a Grey Seer. With the dreaded 13th Summon as his only spell. That's a little wild. The Baked. That's a little wild. Hey, Sam Goodwin, how you doing? Chaos Warhounds try to path through these Skaven Slave Slingers, and they do until they see Eshin Triads, and then they back off. My first comment on this build, if Lebaked even cares, is you shouldn't take the Musk of Fear passive if you have a spell that you can only cast twice. Just an FYI. Probably want it if you're going to spam spells. Avalanche Mortars still trying to punish some stuff, but right now it looks like they're firing at single entities, which is a big whoopsie. They need to stop doing that because they don't do any damage to single entities, but they are killing all their guys that the single entities are surrounding. So the Avalanche Mortars need to retool onto some of these Centaurs preferably, or maybe the Gore Herds or something. First of many Traderkins is out, onto the Grey Seer. Now he has a very large health pool and he has some spell resist, so he'll largely be okay. But it's still decent. Natty Bubo Sharpshooters are firing at Torok Suppress Bull, damaging quite a bit, while he is also getting chased by Eshin Triads. But the dogs are back, and the dogs are here, and there's no defense left for the Avalanche Mortars or the Natty Bubos. They're going to get chased right the fuck down. Gorgon is hunting our Grey Seer friend, and he did throw out a Storm Vermin summon, but it's going to get crushed by the Jabberscythe. They actually didn't do that much damage, interestingly enough, but whatever. Globes are pushing off the Harpies and whatever, but I think the Skaven are in a bad way. The Rat Ogres have gotten rid of the Centaurs rather effectively, but all 3 of them are traveling in a clump, which you need to spread them out. They need to be trying to stop these guys from just walking all over your Grey Seer like this. They got to get between him and the danger. Good job peeling for Natty Bubos and the Avalanche Mortars here. I do like that. We'll see if they can get back online. But it's rough. As that Chariot goes burr through the Poison Wind Globe, stops them from throwing at the Centaurs, and the Centaurs are here to clean up. I am scared. Unholy Clamor is trying to keep the Skaven in the battle for now. Storm Vermin are trying to rejoin the fight, but an overcast from that Bound Scorch already hurts the Grey Seer, and the Jabberscythe and the Gorgon are hunting him down. He's taking a ton of damage. He's almost dead. And if there's another Traderkin in the tank, then it doesn't even matter if the Gorgon and Jabberscythe get stuck. He will just die to the next overcast Traderkin. Giselles are back in action for like 2 seconds before Galroch's dogs are going to swoop in and eat them up. Ever thought of doing any Dom tournaments for newbies, Kettle, Teacup, and Storm? I personally am not really a domination guy. I don't know the meta super well, and I don't really enjoy watching it. But Turin and the Wild Platy are good channels for that. We mostly just cover land battles because it's what I'm into. It's my jam. It's my bread, butter, and jam. Platy hasn't done a new player tournament in a while, but he used to run those. He's really good at it. And it's also nice because he's a good domination player, so you actually like learn a lot from listening to him. That is one of my problems, is I would also have to like learn domination because I don't really want to cast something I don't know what I'm talking about. Because that's just awkward. Then it's like, why does anybody give a shit what I have to say? But yeah, I think Turin's got your Dom fix. This little known channel called El Torino. Storm Vermin Summon is back out. I think it is doomed at this point. Because that's going to eventually fade away. Grey Seer's at 400 HP, clinging to leadership. Grey Seers are actually absurdly high on leadership, by the way. They're just nuts. Can't believe you hadn't joined the Rat Disco yet? Oh, you definitely need to do that. What the fuck? Turin's Discord is, runs them sometimes too? Yeah, man. Turin's Discord, the R2K Discord, they got all your Dom content. They got all your Dom needs. Ooh, this is rough. I mean, the Skaven are on the back foot for sure, but Eshin Triads just massacring the Spray Shaman of Wilds is a little satisfying to watch, not gonna lie. Army losses does hit, though. Bails him out. Think you'd get a great turnout. I don't think I'd get a great turnout. Nobody gives a shit about Hummus Boy. I have my tiny cadre of land battle degenerates. And we sit in our corner, and we sulk, and we bitch, and that's all we do. And whenever CA puts out a DLC, we buy that shit. We buy that shit, and we like it. I go, yes, Shadows of Change was a great DLC. More, Daddy, please. That's the kind of community you're talking to right now. That's what you get. Don't you come in here and say, Human Boy, I like something different. Human Boy, I want something a little unique in my content. Fuck that. You get the same shit you've gotten for the last 18 years. One army here, one army there. Sprint at each other, kill each other as fast as possible, and get the fuck off my screen. Oh my god. The audacity to ask me to branch out. No, shit posting aside. 2v2 Dom tourneys were fun. Cuden used to run those bwags. Those were fun to cast. Because the combinations were really sweet. Combos are really sweet. Lizardman and Khorne was a really cool one. Because, like, Lizardman would spawn some Rev Crystals, and they'd, of course, have Mazda Mundi. And Khorne would just spam a bunch of Minotaurs and Fleshhounds. And then you're throwing Rev Crystals and Apotheosis on fucking Fleshhounds and Minotaurs as they just sprint through the points and fucking murder everybody. And then the Lizardman in the late game summons Saurus. So, like, the Minotaurs and the Fleshhounds have driven your enemy back to their base. They're completely fucked. They can't spawn anything. And even when they do, by the time they get back to the points, it's like, alright, Khorne finally runs out of gas. The lizards have run out of healing. They can get out of their spawn. And there's 65 Saurus on the points. Maybe some Chaos Warriors of Khorne with halberds too. Good luck moving that shit. We're already halfway done with the capture points. It was so funny. I forget who ran that, but it was really hilarious. Saurus just grinding on the fucking points. As they, because, you know, if you've played Dov, you know that, like, if you ever get pushed back into your spawn, it takes you a while to get your shit back together. So they're, like, they're just spoon-feeding, like, a couple, I don't remember, but let's say, like, High Elf Spearmen or Empire Swordsmen back into the fight, and it's like, well, we gotta do something. We're down so far on points, and we don't have forever to get this shit together. We gotta... Do we spawn some ranged units? Like, it's gonna take forever to kill these Saurus, and then we have to take the point. Do we spawn some melee units? Maybe what could kill them? God, I don't know. I just, like, FF'd. Minotaurs plus Saurus was not a combo meant to be handled by mortal man.
Saurus. I hate them. I hate their lizard faces. I hate their clubs. I hate their sticks. I hate when the sticks are next to the clubs, and I hate when the clubs are next to the sticks. I hate that Krokgar pulls 2280 of them out of his scaly asshole and then descends on me like a Vogan at a poetry convention. I hate the Saurus auto-resolve meter. I hate it because it lies to me. It says I have a 50 chance of victory. This is patently false because I have 20 units of spearmen who are held together with faith and steel. I do not have 20 units of 8-foot-tall geckos constructed out of pectoral muscles and galvanized coffin nails. I hate that they shout Bok at me. Bok is the Bristol Orienteering Club, which is completely irrelevant to a battle in Lustria and should not be shouted repeatedly while eating a rank of Tier 1 infantry like buffalo wings. I hate their morale. I hate that surrounding them simply prompts one of them to pull out a US general's helmet so he can make a speech about, now we can attack in any direction. I hate that their reaction to a devastating rear attack is to become somewhat peeved. I have looked a Saurus in his smug, scaly face as an encirclement that would shatter any other early game infantry closed in. He went from angry to excited, killed an extra 200 spearmen because I had foolishly allowed all 4 sides of the Saurus unit to fight at once and then swallowed my bright wizard like a slim Jim. I have resolved to shoot every Saurus dead. Every Saurus. All of the Sawmen and the Sordran too. I hate them. I no longer see battlefields because they're covered by a thick blanket of gunfire trails. I hate that it barely stops them. I hate that they keep coming while shouting about the Bristol Orienteering Club, or the Bank of Oklahoma, or the 1983 Bok asteroid. I hate that they made me Google Bok so I could write down ways in which I hate things that have it as a name. Bok is also a lunar crater and a Martian crater. It is also a village in Iran. The IATA code for Brookings Airport is Bok. I will never go there because it would give me palpitations.
He keeps fucking going!
Friends with the rare Pepe next door, who also declares war once I've shot Krokgar unconscious for the 10th time. He also has Saurus, only these ones are blue. Somehow this is worse. I hate that there are another 10 lizard factions. I hate that they will be an end game by the time I reach them. I hate that while I was writing this, Krokgar picked up Franz and smoked him like a cigar. I hate Saurus.
I had my shit together. Until that. Like, I thought it was almost done, and he kept fucking going, and somehow he gets more angry, and it's so good. I died at, and some of them are blue. Somehow this is worse. And it's just so fucking good. Oh my god. Some of them are blue. Somehow this is worse. Alright. Yeah, before we get too far off it, Blags asked why not 2v2 or FFA. FFA, maybe because of lag. 2v2, I know it's the same number of players, but for some reason it doesn't seem as laggy. I would do more of that stuff. I used to do more of that stuff. I've just been busy. Unfortunately. Grace and I just got back from going to Tennessee to visit my dad. And then next week, Grace and I are going out to Oakland for a vacation, just the two of us. And then I'll be home. And I'm hoping to stream a lot more in November and December. So maybe I can get some of that in there. But like, this summer was fucking nuts. We had a bunch of weddings to go to. I had a bunch of conventions to sell board games. And then I had traveling. It's been nuts. It's been fucking insane. But this fall, I have like nothing planned. And I am so ready. You're welcome for the distraction. Hell yeah, brother. All right, High Elves, Dark Elves, El Clasico, and by El Clasico I mean super Dark Elf favorite. But these two do hate each other. Bleak Swords and Dread Spears for the front line of the Dark Elves, 4 Dark Shards for them, none of them are shielded, 2 Reaper Bolt Throwers. We have Cold One Knights, 2 Dark Rider Repeater Crossbows, 3 Cold One Knights, and a Supreme Sorcerer's Dark on a Dragon. But get this, hold on, because you might be saying, Human Boy, this enchilada is a little bland. These fajitas are a little bland. These tacos are a little bland. This hot Asian curry is kind of bland. Where's the spice? Hold on, my friends, because we have motherfucking Soul Stealer. There it is. The new stuff, the spice, the hotness. It's only been popular for 16 motherfucking years. How's the board game enterprise going? Good. Out of the 2,000 copies I have sold 600. On the other side for the High Elves, we have Imrik up on his dragon, a Mage of Life on the ground with Regrowth and Earthblood. Then for infantry, we have a Phoenix Guard, 2 White Lions of Krace, 4 Lothern Sea Guard, and a front line of 5 Stalwart Spearmen. I am extremely concerned for our friends, the High Elves. Without any mobility whatsoever, now to be fair, the Dark Elf mobility is usually better in this matchup because they have armor piercing and you don't. Without any mobility whatsoever, they are at the mercy of their Dark Elf torturers. Lothern Sea Guard should do okay versus Dark Shards because the Dark Shards are unshielded. But Bolt Throwers are offering some nasty support. And I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. My voice cracked a little bit. The real question is which elf faction is Barca and which is Real Madrid and why? I don't know, man. I don't know football things, okay? Either football. Before you're like, which one? Either. Name a football, I don't know shit about it. I know League of Legends professional esports. Yeah, I'm that kind of fucking nerd. White Lion of Krace gets half health by a breath attack. All 4 of the Lothern Seaguard are completely toast. Dark Elves are up 1,000 damage value in a 3,000 damage value game so far. And the Heil front line is also managing to lose while being outshot. It's just the life we lead. Dragon dives in. She immediately terror-outs off some stuff. Some White Lions try and tell her to stop, and they get rear-charged by Coldwood Knights and charged by a giant dragon lady. Imrik hasn't landed yet, and he's like, I need to find something to do, and his whole army's already dead. And I'm like, yeah, you probably do, my friend. Mage of Life is down to half HP. She is getting roasted, toasted, rolled, and smoked by the Dark Shards. She is almost dead. Big blob of High Elf infantry over here is going to get run down by the Coldwood Knights, held in place by the Dread Spears, and shot by the Repeater Crossbows. In the back, 2 Reaper Bolt throwers are serving up sandwiches on a giant knife that they throw through the sky at you. Imrik is trying to kill the Supreme Sorceress of Dark. She's just going to Soul Stealer his ass and run away while healing. The Coldwood Knights think about whether they want to fight Phoenix Guard or Imrik. There is a correct answer. It's the Phoenix Guard. Run into them and die. You'll still probably win. Balance power is heavily in the favor of the Dark Elves, and I do agree as the Dark Shards are firing into the Phoenix Guard, doing insane amounts of damage. Glorious, glorious damage as there's a breath attack onto the clumped up Phoenix Guard and the Spearmen. Avert your eyes if you have kids, children, or high elves in your household. Now, Spearmen did break out of Dunkirk. They did get into the Nazi fortifications, and they did kill a single Dark Shard. That's it, boys. We did it. Mission accomplished. World War II has been won. The Dark Elves are defeated. Now, we still have a very healthy Cold Knight that is looking at Imrik like a chump-ass bitch. She is probably going to jump on him and try and kill him while Dark Shards fire into Imrik and make him a pincushion. Meanwhile, we have some Spearmen still holding. The DPS threats of the High Elves are all retreating. Some are trying to rally, others are not. The Dark Elf Sorceress is actually so confident she's trying to take a fight with Imrik, which is like the only wrong answer for her to do right now. Oh, I kind of get it. She's trying to hold him in place for the Dark Shards and the Repeater Crossbows to fire at him, and she's just going to Soul Stealer if she needs some healing because the Mage of Life is already dead, so Imrik can't get any healing. Any damage on him is permanent. This is looking like a 2-0. It is looking like the Dark Elves will win. There is a quick Soul Stealer just to try and get the balance power even further into the Dark Elf's favor and just get army losses to proc, and that is what I can relate, man. I get it. It's always sad the Medusas have never been good. I can show you the Medusas being good. Maybe they are. Mage of Life actually did come back for a brief second. Now she is shattered, so now she's dead. Cold Knight's charging out into Spearmen. And that's looking like that, folks. Imrik lands on the Coldwood Knights. I like how one of the Coldwood Knights just randomly shouted Cain at me. No context, just Cain! Okay. Press X to doubt. I am going to go show you the Medusas being good. I'm going to show you. Rawr. That was scary, Imrik. You're a scary, scary man. I have a message. Why? Rawr. Imrik is routing off Coldwood Knights. Imrik is the last man standing. He will charge the beaches one more time. As Repeater Crossbows are going to shoot him in the face as army losses hits. His dragon is defiant. Galroch will be going to finals. I'm going to throw up the sign that everybody loves to see. Love to see it. It was a good attempt by the High Elves. It was a good attempt. Those Dark Shards, man, they massacre. Dark Elves are gross. Dark Elves are disgusting. No one likes them. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Zapinator and Samurk have sent me one replay so far. So buy a little time here. I like Dark Elves? That's a lie. Nobody likes Dark Elves. Remember that LeBaked has a YouTube channel? He does? That's cool. He never told me he does. Let's go see it. Let's go find it. LeBaked.
What's up, guys? Another replay.
Let's go. That's cool. I'll link that shit. Yeah, he does. He's right there. That's super great. GG, well played indeed, LeBaked. We just talked about you. I don't know you had a channel, man. When'd you start that? If you want the role to promote my Discord or whatever, feel free to hit me up. I'll do what I can to help. He knows his Lord of the Rings lore too. Nobody knows Lord of the Rings lore, man. All I know is that Gandalf's lightsaber is purple. What about a Dom? I just put it in the checkbox. Hummus, when a new player land battle Pharaoh tournament? Oof. Ugh. That doesn't sound wise. Am I on the wrong patch, or is just no one playing? These are the questions I have. When you could play as a dung beetle. That was such a silly thing, man. That their first commercial thing, preview, trailer. That's it. First trailer for Pharaoh just had a dung beetle wandering around. Tried taking the merge option with team merging? Oh god. Okay. No one exists. Warhammer 3 Steam charts. Oh, God. That is terrible. 17,000 peak. That's really low. Warhammer 2 is also dead as a doornail, though. What are we going to do while we wait for quick battle? That is facts. Holy shit, I found one. But what is it? It's Bwags! Bwags, we got Dom. Alright, Bwags. Get fucking ready. We're gonna show this. We're gonna show this chump. Scroll up. There we go. Don't need Deadly Onslaught. Keep Helm of the Kraken. Keep Lokir. Alright, so we have Lokir. Wood Elves versus Dark Elves. That's classic. That is classic. Alright, we gotta take a Medusa to show that they can be good. Then we gotta take another Medusa to show that they could be really fucking good. So I already have 2 Medusas. I don't know what else I even need, but I need a Sorceress. What options do Dark Elves even have? Fire, Death, Shadows, Dark, Beasts. We'll go Fire. Nah, screw Fire. Fire's dumb. Yeah, we'll go Fire. Piercing Bolts of Burning. It's the only real spell. No, it's too mean. It's too mean. We already have 2 Medusas and Lokir Felheart. We can't just, like, throw this shit. Alright. So I have that. I'm on Battle for Itza. Oh, that's the good map. Cool. Alright, we actually have the good map. Staunch Frontline of Dread Spears. Then Dark Shards with Shields. 800 gold left. Crows of Cain. Cut you for another Harpy. Alright, so we have that. Now we just need a bunch of cheap reinforcements. Dark Riders with Shields, maybe Cold One Knights, maybe Slaanesha's Harvesters, maybe. That seems okay. Blake Swords! I already have 2 Dark Shards. Could use a 3rd, maybe. But no. But yes, but no. Yes, but no. Witch Elves. And then another Dark Rider. Is 5 Dark Riders too many? Probably. This is bad. Human Boy, stop being stupid. Just stop it. Alright, cut those. Cut that shit. Get that. I get that. Witch Elves and Harpy? What are the Harpies for? Stop taking dumb shit just because it gets you a 0 gold spend. Like, what are the Harpies for? Think about it. Use your brain. Use your big dumb brain. Slaanesha's Harvesters, aren't those just going to be trash versus Wood Elves? 40% physical resistance ain't bad. But they have a bunch of magic damage. Yeah, fuck Slaanesha's Harvesters. We don't need them. We have Dark Riders, which is fine. Okay. Let's get some Blackheart Corsairs and another Bleak Sword. That's a lot of bros. I think we're good. Go Skaven for Dom and find one next. I'm not gonna do the Lord Cheese thing, where you desummon and keep a chieftain or whatever. I'm not gonna do that. Somebody asked me a question, so I'm looking at something right now. Let's think. Interesting to see a Dom game here. Just doing a quick battle. Just doing a quick battle. I forgot who we're even trying to prove. Oh, it was Ann Raksha. We're trying to prove that Medusas are great. I have 27 possible units. He has 17. I'm feeling pretty good. I need to resist the urge for command groups because there's no point. When I spawn stuff, it's just going to ruin command groups anyway. Alright, Dread Spears, get out in front. And then we have 2 Dark Shards. I'm going to keep a Witch Elf in reserve until I kind of know what's going on. And then we'll keep our Medusas in reserve until we know what's going on. Can you guys not hide in Forest? You don't have hide in Forest. What good are you? Medusas are shit. No, wait, no, no. We're supposed to be on Team Medusa. Got it, my bad. I lost my cool for a second. Lokir and his lady friend are going to go over here. I'm going to put his lady friend behind this box, and she will not get shot in the face. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see them win, but experience says otherwise. Oh, you get ready. Also, I just used control groups. I said I wasn't going to do that! I'm stupid. Alright. He has a tiny force and not a lot of area to set up, so I'm going to just hit start and hope that he's good to go. Alright, advance a bit. Lokir and Lady Friend, go over here. Lokir, stand front and center. Lady Friend, get behind the box. Witch Elves, those are Sisters of the Thorn. Then there's a bunch of Dryads and shit. And there's a bunch of Dryads and shit. Alright, Witch Elves, go kill them. I need to summon stuff. I can't forget to summon stuff. Corsairs. Ah! No! No! They're fighting back! I didn't see this coming. I didn't think they'd fight back. You fucking animals. Come here! Come fight the Kraken Lord! Alright. What are those? Wild Riders? Ooh, don't want Witch Elves to fight that. Alright. You two can go team up with Wild Riders together with the support of the Witch Elves. Dark Shards are shooting at that. That's fine. That's fine. What's Lokir doing these days? Dying? That seems right. And I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, oh, you guys are dead. Alright, Witch Elves have rampaged that. Please rampage those too. That would be lovely. Medusa, come up here into melee for me, please. Dread Spears, take the front line. You guys shoot at that. You guys shoot at that. This lady, shoot at those. Oh my goodness, I need to summon again. Why haven't I summoned anything? Dark Riders, because I need something now. And you're gonna say, you always need something now. You need to summon infantry. And I'm gonna say, shut up, peasant. Alright. Taking the front line. You guys shoot that. Black Arc Corsairs come over here. We're routing everything up here because Medusas are fucking great. And they're terror routing some stuff. Oh wait, my stuff's routing? That's not okay. Can I get another Dark Rider? I don't want a stupid Bleak Sword. I want another Dark Rider. Mom lets me play Game Boy when I visit. What are we doing down there? Nothing. Chilling. Vibing. Ooh, you guys look like you're in a nice, pretty line. Let's just... I've never heard you talk before, and now I don't want to hear you talk again. Don't say that ever. No! My Medusa, no! Run! Run, Deucey! I call her Steve for short. I don't know what the fuck happened to my Dark Shards. Way Watchers happened! Way Watchers happened! Get me the president! I need a cold one night. God damn it. Where did those Dark Riders I summoned over here go? Oh, they died to the Winterheart Guard that I threw them at. Yeah, okay, that tracks. Also, side note, Medusa's still kicking tons of ass. Kicking tons of ass. So those Way Watchers are a pain. Not loving that. I can summon my Cold One Knight now. Cold One Knight, go say hi to those Way Watchers. You should move up your Dark Shards. No. Why not? I don't wanna. You can't make me. How are we doing on another Burning Head? Not ideal. I'm getting shot! Ow! It hurts like so bad! No, one more Wind of Magic, please. Fuck you. Get off of me. Fuck you. Get off of me. Merciless host with the merciless most. Are we winning up there yet? Kinda. Man, those Sisters of the Thorn don't give a single shit. Alright, I've summoned another Witch Elf. I have more Dark Riders as well. Oh! Scary dragon lady landing on me! No! Push through! Push through! That's cute. Lokir thinks he's on a boat. He's not on a boat. Kill him! Alright, some of the Dread Spears fall back. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Run, my Cold One Knights, run. Alright, killed a bunch of stuff. Let's go over here. Medusa, go back to your ranged form and show them what you can do. Show them your power! Oh god, that was pathetic. Your power sucks. Alright, you desummon. Desummon, I don't need you. Dark Riders, get the fuck out of here. Medusa, keep shooting at a distance. That's nice. Okay. We pushed off one Way Watcher. That's kind of fun. Alright, you desummon. You come over here. Back behind your box. Lokir, you might honestly want to go too. Oh fuck, those are Wild Riders. Ugh! Go get them! Are you shooting? No, come with me. Come with me. We have time. We have nothing but time. Jihee, motherfucker! Also Cold One Knight. Anyway, we have nothing but time. So now I want you to set up. I want you to get a nice shot and so show and rock show what you can do. Yeah! Again! Another one! Please. 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 Zip. Aha! Aha! I told you she's good. Alright, give me Black Arc Corsair. Send him up here. I got Wild Riders coming over that I really don't want to deal with. I'm gonna put a Dread Spear in his spawn just to, like, threaten him. Just make him really consider what he's doing. Dark Rider, come with me. No! Deucey! Run! Slither! Slither, no! Slither! Slither! Come on! You can do it! You can do it! Go! Go! Get through them! Fuck them! You don't give a shit about them, they're just Dark Shards! Go! Go, Deucey! Alright, my Cold One Knight's got intercepted. The rest of us are just chilling. I don't care. I've taken his spawn, so really I'm the winner now. This Dread Spear is not having a good time. We have lost point 1. It's pretty official. I have a Dark Rider somewhere, desummon. Alright. This looks not great. No! No! No, you big dragon bitch! You don't just get to do that to a person! Also, yes! Give me Dark Riders! Deucey 2! Get over here! Lokir, kick her ass! No, the Way Watchers are killing my Medusas! I need more Dark Riders, it's the only thing I want. I don't want anything else. Everything else is shitty. Just give me Dark Riders. Hit him with the jukes. I don't want to panic anybody, but we're probably gonna fucking lose at this point. I think we memed too hard. But I took his spawn, so like how is he even spawning? That's the real question. So checkmate, atheists. That's it. What do I need to win? A lot. Okay, I do have to retake this point eventually. Dreaded duelist, motherfucker! Alright, so the top point is still mine. The bottom point's his. And I control his spawn. So like we're feeling pretty good. He's de-summoning the Sisters of Twilight. You can do that. Also, Deucey, if you could just like help out a little bit. Just like a little teeny bit. Show them your power! Show them your power. Hey, that was pretty good power! Let's go! Fuck, all my Dark Riders got pushed off. But a little positive, a little nugget of positivity. I do still have his spawn, though. Like, I do still have his spawn. And he can't really stop me from having his spawn. In fact, I'm gonna take the fuck out of his spawn. Alright, we killed all this stuff. No one cares about it. Yeah, go, shoot him, pew, pew. All the good stuff. Meanwhile, we're gonna take his spawn. Yeah, spawn more Bleak Swords to hold the center while we go take his point. But I think that's the tactical advantage we need. Because if we hold 3 and 2, but we take his spawn, we can sacrifice 2. I don't need 2 if I have his spawn. And I think that's the part that you're all forgetting. Because I want that spawn. Hey! Hey! Actually, you know what? Fuck them. Fuck them. They're not important. You just want to get to the spawn. No! Why am I de-summoning my spawn forces? God! Fucking rookie mistakes over here. I want that spawn fucking locked down. Next time somebody thinks about spawning in that base, I want them to regret it. Uh-oh. Deucey and Loki got that. You guys, I need you in the spawn. Spawn is love. Spawn is life. Also want to sneak cap that point, but I don't have any Dark Riders. I could de-summon some spawn cav, but that's not very pog. Because spawn cav is all we need. Take the fucking spawn! Go! Go! Yes! Yes! We'll set up a choke point! Oh, and then we have Cav in the back line. Let's go! Okay, don't leave though. Don't like leave that area. Alright, you saved up a ton of Winds of Magic. Now's your time to shine. I see you have Dryads for support. It would be a shame if something happened to them. Alright, you guys are having a really tough time killing those Wild Riders. And let's just go take that point. Alright, Bleak Swords, get up there. Blackheart Corsairs, I know you need to be desummoned. I know, but you have to get to safety first. We have to get you to the spawn. You guys, you also need to be desummoned. Get to the spawn. Everybody get to the spawn. Ooh, my sorceress is in some trouble. Not if she goes to the spawn. No, don't run into the Winterheart Guard. You're never gonna make it to spawn that way. Alright. Holy shit! Did you see that damage? No joke, did you actually see that Medusa damage? That was fucking amazing. Alright, she's gonna make it to the spawn. Shh. She's gonna make it to the spawn. Alright, they're not gonna let us have point 1 anymore, which is fucked up. So everybody retreat to point 2. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You can weave through there. You can get to that spawn. I have made a fortress. A fortress no man can hope to breach. Remember when Foe Seeker was bad in Warhammer 2? Nope. Don't remember it. Also, this Medusa was never desummoned, by the way. 1700 value, 200 kills. But Medusas are bad, though. But Medusas are trash, though. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. He spawned in the fort. Kill him. Kill him. You can't let him do that. He can't spawn in the fort. It's our fort. It's our fort. I took that spawn point fair and square. Power grab bug is power grab triggers when Lord leaves the battlefield. Zappinator sent me the replays. Thanks, boss. Do you have any idea what you're doing? No. No, I have no idea what I'm doing. So this is what Tom is. Bwags! I'm glad I'm not the only one who had no fucking idea what I was doing. What about the other Medusa? Yeah, we don't talk about the other Medusa. Why are you there? I don't know. It seemed funny. Dude, Bwags, for real though, when you spawned Way Watchers and started deleting my Dark Shards, I was like, oh fuck. I don't know how to deal with that. And then like, I was YOLOing Cav at you in your backfield. Like, I gotta stop him somehow. I don't know. And like, it felt like, I don't know how it felt for you, but it felt like anything I threw back there just got like completely fucked. And I was like, okay, well that's what it is. I gotta do that. All the point fights felt like they went totally fine for me. But your backline, anything I said back there just got roasted. As the sisters and the Way Watchers just shot it to death. Oh god, that was too funny. Alright, the finalists are going. And Zappinator has sent me the replays like I requested. Let's find out who's going to fight Galroch in the finals. Someone's going to fight Galroch in the finals, and we will cast those games too. Everything from now on should be tournament focused again because I have 2 replays to get through. And then the finalists will be feeding me replays, so we should be casting the replays behind them as they cast live. So it should be good to go. Sound good? And like I said, I instructed Zappinator ahead of time to send these to me. So just because, oh, Zappinator sent in the replay, he must win. I don't know. Had to move the blocker a little bit so you can't see some stuff. Some non-related stuff. All right, So it's Samaric and our good friend Zapinator. This is the other semifinal. And then Samaric. I forget if it's an A or an E at the end of Samaric. I think it's an E. Yeah, that looks more natural. All right, game one of these two. Vampire Counts versus the Tomb Kings. Vlad von Karstein and a Banshee versus Cetra the Imperishable and a Necrotect. Please stick to land battles. Okie dokie. For the Tomb Kings of Samaric, we have Cetra the Imperishable up on his big old kitty cat. A Necrotect on his chariot with Restore. 2 Sepulchral Stalkers. 2 melee Ushabti, a front line of skeleton spearmen, skeleton archers in the back line, 3 of them, not a very typical unit to see, and a single Kepler Guard, Tomb Guard regiment up or down. For our friends, the Vampire Counts, we have 2 Crypt Ghouls in the Vanguard, the Feasters in the Dusk's regiment of renown being one of them, triple Blood Knight, a Banshee, Zombie and Skeleton Warrior mixed front line, a White King with Scab Scraith, Vlad von Karstein, and a Corpse Cart Unholy Lodestone. Without Fate of Buna from Ark in the Black, and without Ushabti Great Bows, it might be difficult to damage these Blood Knights. Might be. I am curious about the Crypt Ghoul timing, though. These guys are not very fast. I mean, 42 speed is fine, but it's not like they're going to catch up to this. The Vampire Counts are pulling away like shit. Buy time. We need the Crypt Ghouls to get here. Crypt Ghouls are trying. Oh, they're trying. Archers are in range now. They can start punishing the zombies. Not like the zombies matter too much, but hey, you might as well get the damage while you can. Gotta kill them eventually. A Scab Scraith went through these Skeleton Spearmen when we weren't looking. Took like half their HP. And Cetra apparently fears no Blood Knight because he is just standing here watching it happen. He's like, come on. Come on, then. And he charges in. Bam. Decent damage. Sporkle Stalker's going to turn and fire on those guys. Blood Knights will need quick orders to get back onto Sporkle Stalkers, while the other ones plow into Skeleton Archers, shutting those guys down. But Ushabti are going to be pulled from the front line to go deal with them, and Kepler Guard and other Sporkle Stalkers will fight these Blood Knights. So the Blood Knights are already very much embattled. One of them getting an Invocation to Heck, but he's still down to about half HP, though he is wrecking the Necrotect in the meantime. Cetra and the Sporkle Stalkers are trying to kill them fast enough they can save the Necrotect. Meanwhile, one of the Skeleton Archers is crumbling. Kepler Guard and these Sporkle Stalkers teaming up on the Blood Knights, though, and the Vampire Counts are taking a lot of damage on this advance. The front line of the Tomb Kings will eventually lose to the Vampire Counts front line, just due to how outnumbered they are, but neither side is going to get through quickly. Like, both of them are just wet noodles slapping against each other. One Blood Knight's healing cap is already within sight, and they are crumbling now. Another one's at half HP, and the final one pulled back at about a quarter. Honestly, brutal start for the Vampire Counts. Corpse Cart is the target of the Archers, and that is probably correct. Archers can do a lot of damage to the Corpse Cart, and Corpse Carts are undervalued with how much you need to get rid of them. The Blood Knights for Zapinator did pull back, but they didn't pull back far enough. They're still in range of Sporkle Stalkers. Now they're charging back into the blazing guns of their opponents. That's going to be some nasty damage on the advance. Have you used any of your restores yet? One of them. You're going to want to use both as soon as possible because you aren't living to see very long. The Feasters in the Dusk are here. They're now fighting the Kepler Guard. The other Crypt Ghouls are also just offering their aid. Cetra is finishing off another of the Blood Knights. Can Vlad even try and save them? Blood Knight's still crumbling. Cetra offered a Japs Incantation of Cursed Blades just to give his whole army some healing, try and keep these Sepulchral Stalkers in it for a little bit longer. Can they get a restore before they die? Nope, they are gone. Oh boy. Okay, they hit disintegrating real fast. Vlad throws out yet another summon. Vampire counts have a lot more summons than I ever think they do. One Blood Knight is gone. Another one is thinking about it as Cetra fires off his weird-ass explosion thing. An Overcasted Invocation Heck does happen to hit both these Blood Knights. Nice. The circle didn't look like it would, but it did. Kepler Guard slapped the Feasters in the dust. Absolutely killed them. And the Necrotect still has one of his restores that he's going to have to use. Once again, he does not have long for this world. And we have some Sepulchral Stalkers that could use it. Is this Ushabti a summon? No, that Ushabti is just real. It's real and that healthy. The Ushabti are actually doing really well in the front line. I mean, sure, they're just killing skeletons and zombies, but you gotta do it, right? Cetra is still fighting all these Blood Knights, and he's kind of fighting them alone. He could definitely use the Kepler Guard or Sepulchral Stalkers or someone to help him out. Ushabti summon is coming in now to try and peel Vlad off the Sepulchral Stalkers, who could, in turn and fire at the Blood Knights near Cetra. Which they definitely should do, because they're so close to the Blood Knights might just hop onto them. Frontline for the Tomb Kings is fading away. The Necrotect is about dead. He really, really, really needs to use that second restore. Please, please use it! Sepulchral Stalkers do get lit up by the Blood Knights as we thought they would. Ushabtis are trying to hit Vlad, but he has way too high of melee defense for them. Their melee attack is honestly kind of pathetic. Use your fucking restore. Good boy. Alright, used his restore on some of the melee Ushabti. Melee Ushabti have like 5 bonus versus infantry or some shit. 8. Ooh, scary 8. Anyway. Jaff's Incantation of Cursed Blades trying to give the Sepulchral Stalkers more damage, but also heal up his whole army. And Cetra took a ton of damage fighting those Blood Knights. That ended up being a bad trade for him overall. Balance Power is still dead even, as Kepler Guard are fighting zombie summons, which is not a great use of their time, unfortunately. Necrotect still technically alive. Banshee chasing Cetra around. And the Blood Knights also still technically alive, fighting these Sepulchral Stalkers. The Ushabti summon is not getting a lot done versus Vlad. He just has way too high of melee defense stats for them to reliably get through. And despite their bonus versus infantry is a foot character, and it's hard for them to get a proper surround. You can see like most of them are just standing around with their dicks in their hands instead of actually doing anything useful. Overcast Invocation and Heck from Vlad does heal up both the Blood Knights and the Crypt Ghouls yet again. The Sepulchral Stalkers are going to die, but do they take the Blood Knights with them is kind of the key, isn't it? It's kind of hard to tell what's real and what's not with summons all over the goddamn place for both sides. But the Ushabti summon fades away, which is good. These Skeleton Warriors are real. Looks like everything on the battlefield for this exact moment in time just now is real. Briefly. Banshee is going to kill off the Necrotect. So goodbye, Necrotect. And the Tomb Kings fall behind on the balance of power. The Corpse Card on Holy Lodestone's heal cap has appeared, still taking damage. And the Blood Knights have stopped crumbling, though they have both almost heal capped at this point. And Cetra is danger low. There's not a lot more healing for him. The Tomb King's army passive, like, it's good healing, but it's not good for, like, big single entities. And they've already used all their army passive, we saw, because there was an Ushabti summon. Cetra's trying to get away from the Banshee. The Kepler Guard took a nasty Scab Scrath. White King, how many more do you have? 0? Okay, cool. Kepler Guard's heal cap is also in sight, though. And the Kepler Guard could fuck up this Banshee. They have magic damage, bonus versus infantry, and really high stats. Yeah, they could actually do some serious damage to the Banshee. I'm concerned and alarmed. Cetra cycle charging a little bit. Last Skeleton Archers fades away. We still have 2 quite healthy Ushabti on disparate parts of the map, but they probably are going to have to group up. Jaff's Incantation of Cursed Blade is going to help out the Kepler Guard as they slap some fools. And for the Vampire counts, for their natural infantry that isn't a summon, we have 3 almost dead Skeleton Warriors and an almost dead Crypt Ghoul, so not a lot of support left. Blood Knights also aren't feeling the love. Corpse Card's actually getting pretty low, too. It's these single entities that are the problem. I mean, Vlad is very hard to kill at the best of times. We all know that. Blood Knight's getting in there. They are going to get some healing from the Unholy Lodestone. But they're also going to take a little bit of damage. And Cetra's trying to get away from this Banshee. She's on his ass, though. He only has 41 speed because he's wounded and chill-bitten. Chill-bitten. That is the word I went with, and you all heard it here first. Crypt Ghoul's almost dead. Another Jaff's Incantation of Cursed Blade's going to heal people up. Cetra's just trying to stay in this fight for a little bit longer. There's a zombie summon out now, but it is temporary. As Cetra charges way over here. Go get to the Blood Knights. Get some good damage onto them. Get them crumbling once again. Crumbling will be the Tomb King's best friend because it's just the most consistent, reliable damage you can get at this point. But the Banshee is on his ass, dude. This Banshee ain't letting Cetra breathe. And the Banshee does have that banner, that -4 leadership, that can get these guys to crumble a little bit faster. So that'll be a problem for old Cetra and the gang. Blood Knights crumbling yet again. Natural Born Skeleton Warriors crumbling also. Neuro's Incantation of Protection is out, again offering that Tomb King's a little bit more healing. Kepler Guard are nearly heal capped as they try and grind through stuff. And those are the main killers of the Banshee. So them dying is going to be a problem. But you got to do it. Excuse me. Zombie Summon has about 30 seconds left of life. These Skeleton Warriors are about to die. Blood Knights are about to die. These zombies have another minute of life. And the Banshee is still hounding Cetra around this battlefield. And right now he's stuck in front of her. He took a nasty shot in the back. Trying to get away. 41 speed to her 75 with that slippery active. He might need Ushabti to bail him out as he takes another shot to the chops. More zombie summons from the Vampire Counts. Neuro's Incantation of Protection is out onto the Ushabti, offering again a little bit more healing for Cetra, but he just can't get away from this Banshee that is on him. She's on it like Blue Bonnet. He's crumbling yet again. She didn't even hit him that time. Just her presence makes him so spooked that he has to get out of there. Bounce power is danger low for the Tomb King. Cetra takes another hit, and Vlad is full HP. The Banshee's full HP. The White King's full HP. So even though the last of the Blood Knights is about to crumble away, even though there's very little infantry support, I don't think the Tomb Kings can do it, man. Zombie fades. Blood Knight fades. Cetra's just trying to live. He's just trying to live. Vlad with 40 speed is catching up to him because charge things. That's too funny. Cetra does manage to get away at last. Corpse Cart's getting lower. It's now starting to crumble, which makes it take a bunch more damage. And the Banshee is swooping in! 60 speed to 61! That doesn't look like 60 speed to 61! It's just crushing him! That's like 90 speed to 50! And she fucking kills him and army losses hits. Speed is a suggestion. Speed is a suggestion. She was flying, and he was going nowhere. And they supposedly he had one more speed. Blood Knights got really good value. If you total them. Banshee got insane value. White King did pretty well. Vlad was fine. He was around. Crypt Ghouls did okay. Skeleton Zombies did okay. For Samaric, Cetric just kind of sucks. He just sucks. I hate him on his cat, because he doesn't do any damage. He's kind of tanky, but he doesn't do any damage. He's really expensive. I hate Cetra. I like him on his chariot. Not on his kitty cat. Sporcle Stalkers did great. Kepler Guard did amazing. Ushabti honestly did pretty well also. Skeleton Archers failed our poor boy Pale Ale. So it was mostly Cetra and the Archers that just didn't pull their weight. Vigor is a big deal. The Banshee was also exhausted, though. They were both exhausted. So it shouldn't matter. Game 2. Will Samaric pull it back, or will it be a 2-0? She essentially has perfect vigor. Oh. If she was next to the corpse cart for long enough, she could have gotten perfect vigor. I forgot the corpse cart gives you vigor back. Calm down. Calm down. Cetro's exhausted, yeah. Whoa. Why did my camera go away? What happened? You good? Alright. Must have bumped it with my foot or something. Alright. What are we doing here? Cathay box versus Skaven is questionable. It is a little questionable, ain't it? Skaven versus Grand Cathay. We have the Teeth Breakers, Natty Booba Sharpshooters, and the Avalanche Mortars, Death Globe Regiment of Renown. We have some Skaven Slave Slingers across the front line, Rat Ogres, and Skaven Slaves. We also have a Packmaster on foot, a little foot Packmaster, with Shock Collar and his Running with the Pack, healing if stuff is in melee with him. Cares of doing that for a while? Well, what the fuck? I didn't know that. Then we have Gorich with his spin and both of his damage buffs, and then Ikit Claw and his Doom Flare with Flensing Ruin, Howling Warp Gale, and Storm Demon. Cool. Other side, we have a box of Jade Warriors, 2 Jade Warrior Crossbows of Shields, a Fire and Rocket, the Green Guardian Terracotta Sentinel, Zhao Ming, the Iron Dragon, backline of Peasant Long Spears, and 3 Peasant Horsemen. I think I realized what does that. It's if I shake my leg while I'm on using the computer as a footrest. Alright. Firing rockets, trying to damage the Avalanche Mortars. I am suspect that they can really do too much damage to them, though. Wall of Wind and Fire. Ah. Okay. I disagree, but okay. Wall of Wind and Fire, gonna go over the Skaven lines. Followed up by a little Dragon Breath that did just as much damage in like 1 second. But the Fire and Rockets took a lot of damage from being shot by all those slingers, and now if Natty Booba Sharpshooters get into range, they can finish that off pretty darn easily. And the Avalanche Mortars also trying to kill them, getting really good damage on the Fire and Rockets. Here comes the Jolly Green Giant. He's going to get countercharged by Gorich, and Gorich should beat the piss out of him. Jolly Green doesn't stand a chance. Gorich has almost 1,000 weapon strength and just like better stats. And he has better attack animations than Jolly Green. Flensing Ruin, Overcast is thrown onto Zhao Ming. Meanwhile, Rattling Gunners and Gorich are fighting the Green Guardian. Now, thankfully for the Green Guardian, he has the Missile Mirror, so if anybody throws at him within 1, millimeter of his range, he can throw it back at them. And the Rattling Guns are not right next to him, so that's not working. RIP. Fire and Rockets already pushed back. Avalanche Mortars, where are you? Oh, they wandered into melee. That's bad. They probably want to kill those Jade Warrior Crossbows. Meanwhile, did I mention something about Gorich just killing Jolly Green? Because he's doing that. Another Wall of Wind and Fire plus a Dragon Breath trying to kill off these Skaven. And the Skaven Slaves are taking damage, question mark? That's a spell. That's a bad spell. Jolly Green down to 1,100 HP. Gorich trying to get away from Zhao Ming, which actually could probably take that fight and beat him. And the Death Globe Mortars now can rain Unholy Fire, because the Fire and Rocket's offline. And the Cavalry of Cathay is currently AFK, which now that I'm realizing it, they could have been harassing this backline a lot, because the Skaven brought mostly slingers and ranged units. They don't actually have a lot to stop the Peasant Horsemen, which are coming back now to say hello. There is a Rat Ogre or 2 to stop him, but if you split up the Peasant Horsemen, the Cav can't be everywhere. I mean, the Rat Ogres can't be everywhere. You didn't realize that's how his Missile Mirror worked? Yeah, his Missile Mirror is in a tiny fucking circle around him. That weird circle right there. Those are the only projectile. If you are within that circle and you fire at him, it goes back. And your projectile has to be slow enough to go back. Because if you fire a quick projectile in that circle, you'll still hit him. It's really funny. Another Wall of Wind and Fire. Because Samaric don't give up, apparently. He loves that spell, I guess. He's going to rout off some Skaven Slaves. Peasant Horsemen routing off more stuff. But is he going to roast and toast his own troops? They're gonna try to outrun it. By golly. They're going to try. They hit the Teeth Breakers, they hit the Natty Boobos, but the Peasant Horsemen, for some reason, aren't doing as much damage as I think they would with 26-26 for melee stats. And Gorich and the other Rat Ogres will deal with them. Peasant Horsemen all terror routing already. Cathay's infantry is starting to wander forward, though I suspect they will be getting kited. A little breath attack does almost no damage to the avalanche mortars. Gorich is fighting Zhao Ming, getting some decent damage out. And the Teeth Breakers are probably going to fire at this clump of peasant long spears, and then it'll give them the suppressing fire debuff, and then they'll all get stuck there. Or they won't fire at all because they still think they're moving. Because they're being stupid. Cleansing Rune Overcast on to Zhao Ming. And there is a nasty brass orb, plus the rattling gunfire. That'll probably rout off all of those guys. This was not my best showing. Samaric, I sense some memery, some chicanery, some silliness afoot. That's okay. Teethbreaker's going to get charged by almost dead Peasant Horsemen. Rat Ogres should be able to peel them off. There we go. And Zhao Ming is now fighting the dreaded Gorich. Slap. Slap again. Slap another time. And Zhao Ming does not get his crazy heal unless he's in dragon form, for people who didn't know. So if he routes right now, then he won't get his heal and this game's over. Cathay is actually unfavored versus Skaven. It got a lot worse. With the Jet Lion and with the Crowman, Cathay actually can do really well into Skaven, but neither of those are here. But yeah, Cathay Rush can be kind of hard to deal with this Skaven. Gorich Nicket did great. Purple Mortars did great. Teethbreakers and Natty Boobos did okay. Rat Ogres did okay. Slingers did fine, considering they're only 200 gold. Slaves died. Don't have the DLC? Fair. Cathay struggled. They rode the struggle bus. Nothing really paid for itself there. That is a 2-0, so Zappinator goes to the finals. We did get game 1 from our finalists. So we'll start that in just a second. Just checking some messages real quick. All right, let's update it. So I had Galroch send me the replays, win or lose, since I knew he was going to be in the finals. I didn't know Zappinator was going to be in the finals. So game 1 is here. Is Beastmen versus Vampire Counts, and I just need to change the names around, because Galroch is now going to be on the left. Galroch. And on the other side, Zappinator. This is the finals for tonight. Let's go. Beastmen and the Vampire Counts. Malagor Dark Omen. For Malagor and the Beastmen, we have 3 Centaurs with throwing axes, 2 Razorgore herds, triple Minotaurs with great weapons, Malagor Dark Omen with Pendulum and Flock of Doom, then a front line of Ungor herds, some spears, some without, and 4 Ungor raiders. On the other side, for the Vampire Counts, we have the Devils of Schwarzhofen Vargeists, plus a Felbat, plus another Vargeist as an Air Force. We have Vlad von Karstein, a White King, and a Banshee. 4 zombies, a bunch of Skeleton Spearmen and Skeleton Warriors, 2 Blood Knights, and 2 Corpse Carts, both with Unholy Lodestones. Archers will now fire into the zombies, getting a little bit of that damage yet again. I'm immediately concerned that Galroch abandoned his backline, because all of his Minotaurs and Centaurs and everything are going into the enemy backline, but now all of your archers are exposed, and the Vargeist can just fly over there and kill all of them. That's gonna be a problem. Blood Knights take a fight with the Minotaurs. That'll be a good fight for the Minotaurs. I mean, the Blood Knights will do decent damage, but look how much they're taking in return. It's fucking brutal. So I get that, but leaving your archers entirely was a bit of a mistake. So one's already routed, and the next ones are just on their way out too. 1 Blood Knight is dead, though, so still a good start for the Beastmen. Not everything's going poorly at all. You feel like you haven't seen people take Incarnate? This DLC, more than any other, you're probably going to run into people just not getting the DLC because of the price point and the quality of it. So, could be that. Because Samaric in the Cathay game just said he didn't have the DLC, so... Devils of Schwarzhofen actually still taking a good amount of damage. Looks like just archers and dogs are dealing that damage because the throwing axes aren't in range. That's really surprising they've taken that much damage just off those things. Unless there was like a pendulum I missed or something. Felbats are fighting Malagor, and an Invocation to Hex is going to try to save the Devils of Schwarzhofen just a bit. Minotaurs are still rolling through. It looks like they're trying to get onto the other Blood Knights as the pendulum's also going to go through the area. Gets pretty good damage onto some of those Ungor Spearmen. The Skeleton Spears. Yeah, Devils of Schwarzhofen are taking a lot of damage. Jeez. Jeezy Pete's. Okay, Beastmen doing alright. The Blood Knights did escape, and that is a problem, but they've got one of the Corpse Carts. They've killed a lot of the infantry. One of the Blood Knights is already dead. And both of the Vargeists have seen way better days. Devils of Schwarzhofen are maybe going to crumble away into nothing. Maybe. Centaurs and Throwing Axes are also really punishing the Blood Knights. Damn. Beastmen are having a good time of it. Balance of power is about half, but with all these Ungor Raiders like rallying in the backfield, that's feeling really, really good. Malagor has to be careful. Vargeists have less armor than War Dancers. Yeah, they're pretty squishy, but still, damn. Anyway, Minotaurs definitely overstaying their welcome, fighting all of these spears all by themselves. Malagor is going to chuck out a pendulum. He cares not for his own safety, and he might want to give him a little more of a fuck, as the Vargeists have rallied at 69 HP, so their healing is getting them through a lot. Now they're crumbling again, so Malagor might get rid of him. But he's taking a lot of damage for this. He might want to throw some Flock of Dooms on himself or get some archers nearby or something. Also, Galroch does have to bring back his archers. It looks like they're starting to come back now. The Centaurs are finally here to bail out Malagor just a little bit. Looks like all the Vargeists are dead, so if Malagor can clear those Felbats, then he will be, like, literally unkillable in the sky, because the Vampire Counts will have no ranged or anything to stop him. Blood Knights are trying to catch up to Throwing Axes, but taking a lot of damage as they do so. Vampire Counts take a lead on the balance of power, and I am suspect of that. Felbat's fading away, still beating up on Malagor. And all 4 archers are back into the fight. Next priority, I mean, besides killing the fucking Felbats so that Malagor can breathe for a second, if you kill the Blood Knights, this might be GG, because then all 4 of your archers will be uncontestable by the enemy. Because right now the Blood Knights could theoretically run down and rout all the archers over and over and over again and all that stuff. Can someone please shoot like 1 volley at the Felbats near Malagor? Can you do that for me? Thank you. Thank you. I was going insane. So the Felbats, now crumbling, will die in just a second. Centaur's Throwing Axes have all been used. Looks like the Blood Knight's healing cap has appeared at last. And how are we doing on Minotaur count? 1 very healthy one, 2 very healthy ones, and 1 almost dead. Okay, not bad. Malagor's still taking damage, but literal, who cares? Is that a zombie or skeleton? Zombie summon on some of the archers. They'll want to probably back off, but the Blood Knights are taking huge damage from this focus fire. The throwing axes, all of the archers doing a lot of work. The Vampire Count Skeleton Warriors are fading away slowly but surely, but the balance of power still continues to get worse. And a Pendulum is unfortunately going to swing and a miss. It's more accurate to say the Blood Knights dodged it than it actually missed, but you get my point. Archers returning to the fight. They still have 2 corpse carts to kill. Blood Knights are crumbling a little bit. They have plenty of health, though. They'll rally. They'll stop crumbling in just a second here. Centaurs and Minotaurs are fighting in the middle. How are we doing on Skeleton Spears? Those are the big ones you gotta get rid of. As another Flock of Doom hits the Blood Knights? It did. It did. And that's all you really care about. Something just faded away. The Blood Knights are on their way out. Skeleton Spears are on their way out. Beastmen are creeping back on the balance of power. Blood Knights are gone. How's Vlad doing on zombie summons? Probably has like 80 left. 5. Fucker. Ungor Raiders now turning their attention onto the corpse carts, which is smart. I wonder if these Minotaurs just run into this corpse cart while it's all alone. They would kill it very fast. Looks like for now they're content to just let their archers do it. Zombie summon, grinding away with these archers. Starts to crumble now. And the Minos charge in on each side. That should finish off this corpse cart. They will absolutely tear it limb from limb when it doesn't have support. Not that there's really any fault to it. It's just most of the support's dead. There goes a corpse cart. Centaurs are harassing a Banshee in the distance just a little bit. The other corpse cart's healing cap is in sight, and it's actually almost reached it. The Minotaurs are going to pull back now, taking a lot of damage from this trade. Skeleton Spearmen are crumbling a little bit. Archers still firing in, still being a nuisance. Can they even kill Vlad the Chad Dad, though? That's a real question. Archers punishing the corpse cart, still. Still. And Skeleton Spearmen once again back to crumbling. Huge damage from the charge in. That'll finish him off for sure. There they go. No more spears for you, Vampire Counts. Another Flock of Doom from Malagor, just trying to damage all these guys, though most of the damage they're going to do is to the zombie summon. Archers poking down that corpse cart even further. It's down to 2/3 HP. And I'm betting about now the Beastmen wish they had Traitorkin instead of Malagor, because that would be nice versus these 3 single entities, but it is what it is. Vlad summons yet another zombie. 3 uses left of that. The Minotaurs back off yet again. Archers still firing onto the corpse cart. Centaurs charge in, get good damage onto the zombies. They're probably going to back off. I will fast forward just a little bit. Corpse cart's crumbling pretty bad. Don't see too much hope left for him. There goes the passive healing and the passive vigor regen of the Vampire Counts. While we're fast forwarding, Vlad did not use another summon just yet. And now I wonder how much healing Vlad really has left in the tank for his troop. This zombie is still in its first stage, so it still has 30 seconds after these 20 seconds. So 50 seconds left of that zombie being alive, unless it just naturally dies. And Ungors are back in. Mino's gonna charge. But can the Beastmen even kill all these guys? It's honestly looking like no. Cycle charging in and out. Their archers are just dying and like just shattering for no reason. Yeah. Counts just win. Can't kill Vlad. Minotaurs did alright. Centaur's throwing axes did pretty well. Razorgors struggled a lot. Archers did okay. Ungors did okay. Does the hero stack win this? Yes. They didn't have enough single entity killing spells, unfortunately. I bet he wasn't expecting Vlad. Like, Galrosh is pretty well set up to kill the Blood Dragon Lord on his big dragon or something like that. Blood Knights did okay, but actually got shut down rather effectively. Same with the Vargeists. The single entity core did pretty well to win it out. The Bats got almost 1,000 value kicking Malagor's teeth in. That's kind of funny. And Scouts and Spares also did okay. GG. And there is no spoilers because I don't have game 2 yet. So when was that sent to me? 20 minutes ago. They should be well into their game 2. And what is their game 2? Dark Elves versus Skaven. Oh, boy. And then game 3 could be Vampire Counts versus Khorne. What does Beastman have against Vlad and Heroes? Traderkin. The Vlad's Ring would definitely make that a little harder, though. Yeah. Damn. You might actually want Spirit Lich, you might be right. Because it's a little more consistent. Because Vlad's Ring could really fuck you over if you overcast Traderkin and then he just rings through it. Alright. So we'll charge this to get the Banshee to come back. There we go. Get fucked, idiot. That was one Traderkin. Fuck off, Banshee. Fuck off, nerd! Fuck off, nerd. Forbidden Rod. Fuck off, nerd. Wow, I've overcasted both times. I took these guys butt naked too, so he has 1,400 value on them butt naked, where if they were like real and they had spells and stuff, he'd have a lot more value. I've almost killed myself by overcasting, but yeah, overcasting 3 times kills the Banshee. It almost kills the White King, it almost kills Vlad. Now again, he has his Von Karstein ring and he has some healing, but I'm just saying, it does a lot of damage versus them. So Traderkin is how you kill the thing. That would be how, my friends. That would be how. Also, I keep seeing people cast Traderkin on Cavalry, and it's pissing me off, because it does like 0 damage. Versus the Cavalry. Yeah, dude. When I, like, in all my commentary, when I see people cast Traderkin on, like, a blob of 3 infantry instead of just characters. I'm like, no, dude, it does so much more damage to characters. Please, God, cast it on just characters. Especially because characters in the current state of the game are so hard to kill by any other means that you pretty much just need to kill them with spells. How much is it to overcast? 18? Jesus. Very well. Alright, overcast onto these knights. That was 18 Winds of Magic. Punishes both blobs and single entities. I don't think it's worth it on blobs. I just don't. I think it's only worth it versus single entities, personally. Because it just doesn't do that much damage to multi-entity models. And it's very expensive. You know what slaps? Mantle of Gorok on... Mantle of Gorok slaps on Razorgore Herds. This shit's nuts. So, let's see. Mantle of Gorok. The rest of this is fine. Vampire counts, sure, you can have Vlad, I don't care. And then have 2 Graveguard. They changed the spell a while back and didn't alter the description? Correct. If you want to see something fun, if Traderkin wasn't so strong, you might actually see Mantle of Gorok, especially with Razorgore Herds. 40 melee attack and 50% damage increase. Razorgore Herds have a pathetic 24 melee attack, but they have an insanely high weapon strength. You can fix both at the same time with this spell. They now have 64 melee attack and 78 weapon strength. And they will just om-nom their way through these Graveguard. Yum, 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 yum. The other ones did a lot of damage on the charge, but after the charge wore off, they're just helpless. These guys... slapping. I like it. I like Mantle of Gorok on Razorgores. They're fun. Mantle of Gorok's also good on Minos, but more just for the increased damage, not as much for the melee attack. Minos don't really need more melee attack. Yum, 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 yum. Razorgores actually do a lot of damage on the charge. Jesus. I have a charge of 46. All my precious Razorgores are dead. I'm gonna go rally these ones. Alright. I will stay with you, my pigs. I will never abandon you, my piggies! Kill him! Kill him! I'm abandoning you. Fuck you guys. I'm back in! Can I even kill Vlad at this point? Oh, I have a replay. Alright, fuck this. Alright, I didn't update the score, did I? Zapinator and the VC got 1. Game 2. I didn't put a blocker up because I only have game 2. Alright, Galroch on Dark Elves versus Zapinator on the Skaven. Looks like he took pretty much the same build he took versus Grand Cathay. Ikik, Gorich, Packmaster. All 3 of the Regiment of Renown weapons teams. Skaven Slave Slingers, Skaven Slaves. Nothing to see here, folks, though this time the Packmaster is on a Brood Horror, hopping around. And Ikit's on foot. They swapped it out. On the other side for the Dark Elves, double Feral Manticore, Raven Herald Crossbow Cav, then 2 regular Crossbow Cav on the ground, 2 Scourge Runner Chariots, 5 Dread Spears, some more Dark Riders, the Crows of Cain, Harpy, Regiment of Renown, and Morathi with Soul Stealer, Melkoth, Mystifying Miasma, or Wand of Crydon. Dark Riders sprint forward to deal with these Skaven Slave Slingers, but they might have overextended, and they are going to get charged by the Packmaster, then shot to death as they run away. And they're going in. They're going fucking in. Scourge Runner Chariots trying to punish the Packmaster a bit as he chases the Dark Riders out. Wand of Crydon zaps the Avalanche Mortars some. Skirmish Cav are going to have a bad time, though, against this super ranged heavy Skaven build. Looks like we have a Howling Warp Gale onto Morathi, but she is out of range of the Rattling Guns really being able to hit her very much, so she should largely be okay. Yeah, she's going to Soul Stealer Ikit and be alright, so she's going to retreat now. She does get Flensing Ruined on her way home. Raven's Herald getting shot by the Teethbreakers is going to be a little more devastating because they're multi-entity models, so the Teethbreakers can hit them easier, and they'll counterfire much better. So, yeah, these guys need to fall back. Taking a lot of damage, though. Taking a lot of damage. And Morathi grouped up with her Manticores, unfortunately bringing the Flensing Ruin to all 3 targets it wants to be hitting, which is brutal. On the far side, didn't quite catch it, but the Scourge Runners are getting caught in melee against the Packmaster. And while they're doing decent damage back to him, they're taking a bunch of damage too. And the Purple Mortars are killing off Dread Spears by the dozens. Another Howling Warp Gale locks these guys in place. The Crows of Cain this time, while Teethbreakers continue to fire in. Melkoth Mystifying Miasma trying to kite these guys out. It's just not doing enough damage quickly enough. Manticores land, but Gorich is here with Rat Ogre's support. Gorich is going to kick their ass. Yeah, he's slapping those Manticores. Dark Elf frontline is reaching the Skaven Slave Slingers, and it will kill them, though the Packmaster has chased off both Scourge Runner Chariots. He might be in a little bit over his head out in the deep blue yonder. Teethbreakers are pushed back at last, though one Manticore had to die for the effort, and the other one's now rampaging next to Gorge, so can't retreat even if it wanted to. Dark Rider, Peter Crossbows are trying to move up, trying to help out. It looks like they're having a tough time finding a place to really get involved. Morathi thought about landing on some Rat Ogres, then decided against it. Dark Riders have finally penetrated the back line of the Natty Bubo Sharpshooters and the Avalanche Mortars. But Ikit throws out a Howling Warp Gale to keep Morathi in place, and the Crows of Cain from diving back there. Scourge Runner Chariots in the distance need to be rallied and brought back, while the Packmaster barely clinging to his leadership. Dark Riders won't be able to rout him off just yet. Balance power is looking pretty bad for the Dark Elves. As are both Feral Manticores dead? Looks a little bit like it. Crows of Cain have landed at last. They are hitting the Avalanche Mortars, doing a ton of damage to them. Morathi's trying to land over here. I thought I saw her casting a Soul Stealer, but looks like I was incorrect. It is a Doom Bolt, and the Dread Spears are not active right now. They need to go attack those. They need to go attack the Skaven Slave Slingers. Dark Elves falling apart at the seams. Morathi gets netted in place with a Howling Warp Gale. It looks like Natty Boba Sharpshooters can turn around and fire at her, which will be able to probably finish her off if Ikit Claw can also throw Undercasted Flensing Ruin her way. That'll kill her officially. May not even need it. Still doing a lot of damage, down to 700 HP as Natty Boobos continue to shoot at her. 500 and falling. If she routs, army losses will hit. She has routed. Army losses didn't hit. Guess I'm just a liar. Natty Boobos trying to kill her before she gets off the battlefield. 17 HP. She is dead. Dark Elves take a leadership hit. One Manticore came back. He is terror routing off a bunch of Skaven Slave Slingers. Ikit Claw throws a power move, Flensing Ruin onto some Dread Spears. But it's only a matter of time now. So Repeater Crossbows try and catch up the Teethbreakers. The Teethbreakers have been whittled down by Melkoths. They still have 21 out of 32 models because Melkoth spreads his damage very evenly, so they're actually more than half damage capacity. And the Dark Elves are just barely avoiding army losses. But there it is. And Skaven win it. And Zappinator wins it. And that is a GG. Outshooting this game is not an option, but attempting to is bold and brash. All right, I don't have a lot to say. Yeah. The next planned stream is our campaign stream on Saturday with the lads, doing another competitive campaign, I guess you'd call it. That should be a one-shot, one and done. That's it for our new player tournament. I am working on a couple other events in the background. We're waiting on people to get their replays in. We have the Warriors of Chaos King of the Hill we mentioned. We also have Faction Face Off. If you don't know what that is, it's very fun, and it'll be in your stream feed soon as we get all the replays in from that. But that's what I have. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye.